Okay, here we go. All right. Let's get situated here. Only 7 o'clock out here, man. It's still light. Dang, that's what I like to see. Yo, Marcus Bell, what's going on? About to get into another one. I'm gonna get into another one for a little bit. And let's see what's going on, T. All right. Get started here about in another 2 minutes. Just pulling something up here. And I was taking a look at these the ceremonial weigh-ins again. This should be a good card tomorrow, man. UFC 273 gonna be, I think it's gonna be good. Marcus Bell said the blanket of doom awaits. Who's bringing the blanket of doom? Aspen or Dern? Australia, what's going on? I gotta know who's bringing that. Aspen Lad is that Aspen Lad bringing that blanket of doom? Okay, Hansen. Yeah, Kay Hansen is. Kay Hansen gonna come in there dangerous. Now she a few pounds heavier too. She can be dangerous on the ground. I mean, she's not like the most dangerous, all around dangerous fighter, but I mean, you give her a chance, she'll take it. But Rodriguez, I've been watching her for a minute now. She's pretty good. She's pretty solid. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this thing, man. In about another 20 seconds. Start this thing another 10 seconds. Oh boy, look at this. Yeah, because we're going to talk about that too. We're going to talk about that for sure. All right, y'all. So welcome back. Welcome back. We back with another one. It's Friday night. We got a lot of fights going down tomorrow. We got a lot of cards going down tonight, actually, man. There's some bare knuckle boxing going on. There's an LFA card tonight. There's PFL. Which PFL is on what? Fubo TV? I thought they used to be on ESPN, but they moved, huh? I was trying to check them out, but if that's another app to download, I'm kind of done downloading apps right now. So welcome back, y'all. Welcome back to another live stream. Yeah, we got a few things to talk about. I'm gonna pull up some of these cards that we got going out tonight. So in case if y'all want to, check them out back and forth, if you want here or whatever, they're going down. And then I want to talk about these 273 fights, of course. We got to talk about Kay Hansen missing weight. We got to talk about that just a little bit, right? And Joanna on her IG posted up that she's got a fight. So we'll talk about that here in a minute. And I want to talk about Lemos Andrade some more. So I got plenty of time tonight. I'm done doing what I got to do. So, yeah. Straya said, I just posted a link to a women's boxing bout in the boxing channel. Okay. He's awesome fighting. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Yeah, okay. I'll check it out. Appreciate it. Lolita, what's going on? She says she's listening. Zama said he's finally early. What's going on? Finally. Usually come right into a conversation in the middle of a conversation. Pine K, what's going on? It could be Pine K. It could be. We'll talk about it. So, real quick, man. It's Friday night, so if y'all are looking for some fight action, I mean, if you like bare knuckle boxing, there's bare knuckle boxing in like another 30 minutes on that fight app. BKFC 23 is going down. So I might check it out. I might check some of that out. I'm gonna pull it up to the side a little later. Who's on that as far as the women go? Jessica Lincoln, Crystal Pittman. So I might check out that. I'm definitely gonna check out this LFA card. There's a few fights I wanted to see on there. Not too many women on there, just some fights I wanted to see at 9:00. But PFL, I'm not too sure about. I'm not too sure who's on that one. Let me go ahead and take a look. There's a PFL card tonight, 9 p.m. My Fubo TV. Like I said, I'm new to that app. Like, I think somebody told me they had some pay-per-view on it, but I'm like, man, I'm paying for enough apps. I got enough apps. 2 or 3 is enough. There's some of them that have free stuff on them. I check out, but I'm like, come on. They got to get all this stuff on ESPN or DAZN, 1 or 2 apps. That's all I need. Okay, yeah, there's a few lightweight women on this card. This PFL card. Then there's that Combate. That Combate card looks good. That's not coming on until like 11 p.m. tonight on Paramount, that Paramount network. And I have that one on my TV anyway, so that one came with it. So yeah, that's like a half and half card. About like 4 women's fights on there and 3 men's fights. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, 3 and 3. Yeah. I mean, that card looks okay. The Combator, they be having some good fights on there. That's where I seen that one fighter, Yasmin Harige. So that's a good one. Let's see. Colostrum, what's going on? MJ, what's up? Colostrum said you can watch it for free if you got a smart TV. Yeah, I got a that's all I have is smart TVs, but you mean the Fubo TV if you download it? Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna download the app then. All right. Yeah, I can just download it and then after that I can watch it. Okay, well, because I ain't paying for it no more apps. Let's see. So yeah, them are the big ones. If you got some WMMA that you want to watch, if you want to have something to hold you off till tomorrow, Combate at 11 p.m. Eastern. All this is Eastern time. I'm reading, by the way. So you have PFL, Combate, LFA, and some bare knuckle fighting tonight. Marcus said Combate has already aired, but the one coming on for tonight will be a repeat. Oh, the one tonight's a repeat. Oh, okay. Let me see. So these aren't new fights. The one tonight's not new. It says April 8th. Like the one that says April 8th is not new, Marcus. So this is a repeat from when? Like, because I mean the women have been holding their tongue on this one as far as giving out spoilers if it already took place. Because they've been promoting this card with 6 fights like it's coming on tonight. So I don't know. About 10 of y'all in here. Make sure y'all always do that. Hit that like button and so on. Y'all know. Yeah, I'm just kind of flipping through it right now. Because I'm looking on Tapology. It says it's a new card. Some of these cards, when they're just like out of my time zone, they just, other than like LFA and UFC and Invicta, some of these other ones, like their schedules are just weird. Okay, Colostrum said Combate is live. That's why I thought it was live because I saw the weigh-ins and like the stare downs. That'd be weird that they would be putting like some reruns up tonight and promoting them like they knew. Yeah, this Combate card is new. Marcus said it came on a different time zone. Oh, okay. So it already taken place in a different time zone. It's just not being aired until now. Okay. All right, yeah, I got you now. I get what you're saying. Okay, so yeah. So it's kind of it'll be new to some of us then, right? Most of us since it's the first airing. What's going on, though, leader? She said, "What about Lupi and Carnelosi?" Yeah, I knew about that fight. I just don't. I just haven't talked about it because it's still kind of far out. I think that's going to be an interesting fight. You know, our Carnelosi's she's a big, she's a big girl. I mean, muscle wise, she's a little tank in there. They doing that fight anyway. Let me see, Lupi and Ariane Carlosi. Oh, that's May 7th. That's the same night as Rose and Carla. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, as we get closer, I'll talk about that one. Yeah, we'll see what happens in that one. Uh, uh, MJ said Kay Hansen will get TKO tomorrow and maybe her last fight. If she gets stopped in there after missing weight, she might be gone. That sucks for her. So yeah, let's talk about that. Let's go ahead and jump into this UFC 273 thing. I mean, y'all got some questions about some other cards. I'll pull it up again. But once again, man, Kay Hansen misses weight. And she said she don't know what went wrong. I mean, they've been kind of blasting her. They've been blasting her. you know. I mean, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed because what was it she had said? Let's talk about that first. Kay Hansen was at straw weight, right? And she started having trouble making weight, started having trouble making some weight. So she goes, okay, maybe I need to be at flyweight. And then takes on flyweight and Jazzy Vicious, and gets, ragdolled. She gets handled. And what happens from there? She says, okay, maybe this weight ain't for me. 125 is not for me, because it's looking like the girls are too big. She doesn't have the strength or the skill to handle fighters that big, even on that level with Jazzy Vicious, right? So it's like we going back to 115. 115. We going straight back down. And it ain't even a short notice fight, right? It's not even a short notice fight. So she's already gone, she's already hit a schedule as far as, making that call saying, I want to move back down to 115, right? Move back down to 115, already got a fight scheduled. It's Piera Rodriguez. So leading up to that point, you thinking that she's doing what she needs to do. She's trying to get back into, the strawweight frame, only to miss weight on fight night. Kay Hansen, or, night before fight night, Thursday. Oh, let me pull that up. Yeah. Well, it was reported today, Friday. Kay Hansen weighed in at 118.5. So missing weight, 118.5. She's going to be fined 20% of her purse. So Piera Rodriguez doesn't really have much to be disappointed about, right? She can thank her opponent in some ways, So for Piera, it's a plus. I mean, it's a plus that she's getting her money, but it can be a negative because your opponent's probably going to try to balloon up and come in a little bit heavier, right? So there's also that. So Kay Hansen, she went on and she said that she don't know what's the deal, what went wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up here. What she said: I've had over 14 professional fights, 98% being at 115, and I've always made weight fairly easily. I don't walk around heavy. I diet year round and I live in a very disciplined lifestyle. I have no excuse, but I am not sure what went wrong. I'm truly disappointed. I want to apologize to my team, opponent, the UFC. With that being said, I'm still grateful and excited to go out there and perform. Going to put this behind me and address it later and focus on my performance tomorrow night. All right. So when you say you don't know what went wrong, you mean like you just might just said, okay, we were on the wrong diet. or we forgot the fight was coming up. We forgot the exact date. We were off by a few pounds on how we wanted to shed this weight. Like, I don't get that. I mean, she had plenty of time to know. In my opinion, she had plenty of time to know. But maybe there's other situations. Like I saw somebody earlier mention, maybe it's around her period. I mean, do y'all think that's legit? It could be that. I don't know. But it's not looking good on her side. I mean, she looked disappointed. Even the way, like, Joe Rogan, he said it out. Like, he was like, oh, Kay Hansen, 118.5. He's like, she missed weight. You know how he said it, just to kind of rub it in. So I was just like, you got to feel some type of way, especially when you had plenty of time to know. So that's where I'm kind of at with Kay Hansen. It's just kind of a question mark. Like, is she ready for like this fight game? Is she ready for the UFC level? Because sometimes it seems like she's feeling like I need to be a flyweight. Then the next minute that's not working out. Then it's like I need to be strawweight. But all the while, like she said, she's been making weight for the 98% of the time. But it seems like, that she's getting older, there's been those little slip ups. Because I know there was a couple other times as well, right? That she had missed weight even before she got here. So a couple times she had to fight at catch weight, I think, early on in her career, I think. So I'm just kind of, wondering right now, like, what's her path? Like, where does she really want to be? Is she really ready for this? Let me check this comment section. Lolita said, what time zone are you in? Eastern. Oh, Colostrum said, what time are you going live tomorrow? I'm gonna do a couple of the women's fights on a preliminary card. So whenever they come on, but the main card, I'll probably come on about I'm gonna come on whatever time the like for the main card, I'm gonna come on whatever time Toni Torres and Mackenzie Dern comes on. So I might be on like 3 times for fights, but the last card I'll be on like around 10:30. Yeah, about like 10:30 Eastern time. Let's see. Running Reed said, good evening. Stamina, what's going on? Brian said, what's up? He said, man, I've been trying to be a Hansen supporter for a while now, and I just keep disappointed. Yeah, I used to be, before, like when I first seen her jump into the game, like when she was 18, and just like, some different things going on, you know, um, just been kind of, a letdown in certain situations. I mean, but that's not, it's not me to point a finger. That's on her, that's her journey. So, we'll see. Bruce Bob Charter, what's up? He said Volkanovski likes to talk about how he has kids at home. Who cares? He said his opponent has kids home too. What's the point? Bruce, when people bring up their kids, they trying to get more brownie points. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't the only person with kids. Everybody got kids, man. Like, some people have kids that have special needs. You know what I mean? Like, people don't want to hear that from certain other fighters. So yeah, like they think that's that way everybody's gonna love them more. I'm like, nah, man. We come to see what you do in the octagon and how you represent that belt. You know what I mean? Marcus said, oh, I forgot. Kay Hansen will be looking to become the oxygen thief in this way. Yeah. All right, hold on. Snap said, I'm not seeing another previous miss from Hansen in the UFC. This is from her first. I'm not going to make too much of. Yeah, everyone gets one from me. Yeah, there's a couple from my Invicta, like I said earlier. Bruce said, I have kids at home. I have kids at home. Yeah, I know, man. I'm like, everybody got kids, man. Everybody got some kids. Yeah, man. Let's see. BJ, what's going on? He said, did she miss weight? Yes, she missed weight. Tabitha. Who's Tabitha? Okay, Hansen missed weight. Ain't no Tabitha fighting tonight. Who are you talking about, Tabitha? Tabitha Reach? You talking about? Tabitha Reach ain't fighting tonight. But yeah, let me talk about the fight real quick because I didn't really do a breakdown for it. I already gave you my pick. Like I said, Pierre Rodriguez is probably gonna win this fight, though, in my opinion. aside from it, yeah, like I said, that's that person's journey. Like I said, I'm not gonna go in and keep on bashing. I mean, I just get disappointed when a fighter misses weight because, like I said, that's a part of those three things I said that really makes me take you seriously. You don't pop, you don't miss weight, and you fight whoever's in front of you. You know what I mean? So having seen her miss weight a few times in Invicta, for me, I'm kind of, like, okay, let's see where you're going here. I just want to see what your direction is, because can't use age as an excuse. You got fighters like Miranda, Aaron, and those young fighters like that, Casey, those young Jasmine. Well, Jasmine's not as young as them, but those young fighters like that, they got their path. They know what they want to do. So I know not everybody's the same, but you got this opportunity. So I'm like, yo, you gotta take advantage of it. Got all the special things around you that you need as far as your diet, nutritionist. No need to be coming up missing weight. I know it can be harder for women, like I said, but still, it was a long time out before this fight was scheduled. That's just my opinion. So they ain't giving up 20% of your purse, that's gonna be punishment enough. So, I ain't gonna keep going in on you. But the fight, Piera Rodriguez, I think she's like 7-0. I've seen her fight a few fights, in Invicta, around the way. I think she was, contender series. I think, her style matches up well with Kay Hansen. I think it's gonna make a banger. But I'm not sure though. I'm not sure if it's like 100% Pierre Rodriguez here. I'm not full on that. That's not how my pick is going. I still think it's a close fight. Kay Hansen has a good chance here. You've seen in the past, Kay Hansen can come back from getting pieced up, come back and submit you. She is a pretty solid fighter when it comes down to the wire. She can be behind and, she will bounce back and win. So there's some moments as far as like, okay, you'll say she's not an elite level fighter, but when you go and watch some of her previous fights, you say, wow, this girl knows how to dig deep. She just doesn't have all the skills, I think, to be like this complete dangerous fighter. Like if you ask me, Kay Hansen between her and Lupi Benitez, I would say Lupita Benitez is more on the direction of being a danger to strawweight. Kay's one you can't count out. She can always come through with a win if you sleep on her, kind of like Vanessa Demopoulos. But I don't think she's like this big threat for somebody like Piera Rodriguez. I think Piera, she's a little bit more, I think, committed to her striking. Tough. That girl, I think one of the downfalls of her can be her wanting to trade sometime. I seen her take some bombs in there. She want to kind of egg her opponent on. Like she's faced some boxers in the past that, were hitting her with shots and she just kind of like egging you on, like she can take it and she'll come right back though. So she has that tenacity, Piera Rodriguez. She's strong too. And I think, she has a pretty good ground game. So I think it's going to be an interesting fight. Still have to see a little bit more from her on this UFC level, but I'm just kind of giving her the edge because, she's never lost before. And it just seems like she has been getting better. And, her momentum is, to me, is a little bit higher, I think, mentally. Like she said, she went on, she said, I'm being professional here. I'm ready for fight night. I'm ready to go. But I'm going with Pierre Rodriguez in this one, but anything could happen. Anything could happen, like, on the ground, like you said, Marcus, that blanket. That could be her plan is to get this fight down and just be in that side control. And later, because there's a couple fighters like early on in her career, she had pulled that out on, hard, dangerous fighters. Like, I know this was like 3 or 4 years ago, but I remember when she beat Helen Peralta, like in a 3-round fight. Helen Peralta is a hard hitter. So it's not really like the punching power that, that is really going to be a thing to hurt Kay Hansen because she can walk through some fire, It's just like the technical skill. You have to be a little bit more technical when you strike with her. So you do kind of have to look at that. So Peralta, a while back, she faced that blanket. She faced that from Kay Hansen. And, Aaron Blanchfield, she beat her, but it was a close fight. She beat her, but it was a close fight. So the danger factor is there, with that weight, And I was just looking back today at that Jin Fry fight. Jen was having her moments, and then boom, she comes back and wins. So there's always that. There's always that one moment where she can just turn it up and find that way to win. Marcus said Kay Hansen beat Helen Peralta by becoming the blanket of doom. Exactly. Yeah. Yep. Stray said I got Pierre, but it's a close fight. Yeah, I got Pierre in this one. But believe me, if Kay does like lay on her and put that ground and pound on her, that's a wrap. There was a point where Kay Hansen was, taking some amateur boxing fights too, where she was working on her striking, but I don't think she does that as much anymore. Because I remember I saw her on a Roy Jones boxing card once, and she was working on her striking, but that's something that I thought she would have kept on doing because it would have helped. It would have helped in the long run, and it would definitely improve her head movement, her defense, because she does get hit. One of the things that carried her through a lot of her fights is that rawness and that dog, kind of like what Casey O'Neill has. You know what I mean? She kind of has that, but just not really like same type of improvements in her game. But we'll see tomorrow. I'm gonna jump on for that fight and call it with y'all. I think it starts at what, like 6. I think it's like the first fight on the card. First fight on the prelims. Let me double check. Hold on. Yeah, this is on the early prelims tomorrow, 6:30. So it's like the second or third fight on the card. So I might call that fight. All right, so let's jump over here to Dern Torres one more time. So Dern and Torres, they got their little version, their little version of silver trash talk going on yesterday. I thought that was kind of funny. It was their little cute trash talk. They weren't really going at each other's necks, but they were just kind of like in the most friendliest way trying to sneak diss each other. You know what I mean? Like, or just say one was better than the other, and I thought that was kind of funny. Like, funny because we don't really hear fighters talk like that, but it wasn't that over the top type trash talk that I just kind of thought was cute from both of them. Like, Tisha was just going in saying what she was going to do, and then Mackenzie Dern just cut in and said, what if I take you down? And she responded back talking about, I'll get right back up. So let me pull it up, man. I just found a little bit of humor in it. Where is it? I posted it up on my page. Hold up. We get the sound. Hold up. Here we go. Yeah, that's why I call it cute trash talk, because it was like no like loud brashness to it, no cussing or nothing. It was just like, at the same time, I was like, oh, okay, these two are serious. Like, that's the serious as you can take Toni Torres and Mackenzie Dern. Neither one of them is really gonna like raise their voice or, like I said, get to cussing or flipping tables or anything like that. It was just cute. And I think we need that sometimes. Like I said, we just need something like that because, like I said, at the same time, there is no hostility to it. But to me, I could take them seriously because I know, their attitude. Like, that's how they are. They're not really fake. It's really not a fake act with them. That's how they are. So when you try to amp them up, they're just going to say what they're going to do, and they're coming with it, right? That's as hard as they can come with it. Hold on, let me pull it up here in case y'all didn't hear it.
It'll be a tough fight. I know that. She's very durable. She lasted all rounds with them. But this is my time. It's not her time yet. What about when I take you down? What's gonna happen? Lexi? What about when I take you down? What's gonna happen? I'll get right back up. Oh. What about when I have my arms around your neck? Oh. It's not gonna happen. You're gonna have to get past my striking, get past my wrestling. It's not gonna happen. It's gonna be a fun fight. You're gonna have a hard time trying, but
That was funny. Yeah, I just thought that was funny because I was like, she just tried to cut in when she heard it going. She heard Tisha saying what she was gonna do. She's just like, "Oh, what if I take you down?" Tisha, Tisha told you facts though. She just started naming everything she has, and that's everything she's got to work with. So there really is no reason that Tisha should lose this fight. When it comes down to it, I'm just being real. Like what Tisha has, I think what Tisha has and what she's been through, there should be no reason that Tisha Torres loses this fight. Like I'm talking about if Mackenzie Dern is improved or not. You know what I mean? Like if Tisha really, really wants this fight and wants to move on, of course, I could see her losing. There's a difference. I could see her losing, but because this is the game of MMA, sport of MMA, excuse me. This is sport of MMA, but when it comes down to what Tisha has, like she said, the striking, the wrestling, even her physical strength, it's a good, I say it's a good few levels above Mackenzie Dern's. There really should be no reason why. There should be no reason why is what I mean. MJ said Torres is an intelligent fighter, but I want Dern to stop her. Nah. I'm going for Torres in this one. Yeah, I'm going for Torres all the way. I like Dern too, but I'm going for Torres. And however it comes out, I'm not really wanting either one to get stopped because I like them both. Slight of mine, so everyone should like the video. Take seconds to show support. I appreciate that. Yeah, hit the thumbs up. Like 16, 17 people in here. Like I said, hit that bell icon just so you know I go live. That's all I ask. Stamina said Torres Dern talking greasy was cute. I told you, man. He just said Torres better stay out the pocket. Yeah, staying out of the pocket is important in this fight because Dern has power. Dern has power, and power can always be the equalizer in a fight. So Torres has skill. So Torres having the skill, that's what you're going to work with. That's what you got to say. Okay, skill can trump power as long as we have the discipline and the patience to draw this out for 3 rounds. And I believe Tisha Torres has that. I've already said that before. Tisha Torres has the patience and discipline. Anybody that can go 3 rounds, just about every single fight, and doesn't have very many stoppages. You got to be a patient fighter, right? You got to be a patient fighter. Podcast said Tisha finna light her up. BJ said Dern about to put them hands on Tisha. Only if you can catch her. Only if you can catch her. I didn't see only if you can catch her. Let's just put it that way. Only if she can catch her. If she puts hands on her, she could definitely hurt Tisha, but I don't know if she's got that type of striking ability built up over past 6 months that could really light up Tisha in this fight. I've never seen Tisha lit up like that. So straight said I'm still taking Torres, not sold on Dern yet. Yeah. I have to go with the one I've seen fight more and have the skill set to fight. B just said Tisha ain't a world beater. That means she should be able to beat Dern then, right? Because Dern's not a world beater, right? She's not world class, right? So Tisha should beat her. Thanks for proving that for me. Appreciate that. Brian Williams said, I need this W for Tisha. This is her chance to break into title contention. Yeah, man. It's a long time coming. That's why I said, like, for Tisha, this is a long time coming for her because she's been in the game for a minute. Slowly improving. Like her and Carlos Esparza, they kind of been on the back burner, while Rose, Joanna, Wei Lee, they all been in the spotlight, right? They've been in the spotlight for a minute. Tisha's been a pioneer of this division, but she's always just kind of been on the second tier, the B level tier, right? So this is her moment to go in there and show up, just show up, show out, make the statement, right? Because Tisha, like Stammen said, this is her fight to lose. This is just her fight to lose. You have to be in there you really have to be off your game, in my opinion, to lose the Dern at this point for Tisha. And she has to take full advantage of this moment because this is the time. None of those other, excuse me. This is the perfect time. I think we all know why Tisha is on this level right now. Like, just being real, like she's good, but while Joanna's gone for the moment and Andrade was gone for the moment, now it's time to make those right chess moves, right? It's time to make those chess moves. Joanna's out, Andrade is out. This is a level of a fighter that you could beat. You know what I mean? Marina, she lost to Marina. Marina's already ahead of her. So while Marina gets her title shot, Tisha Torres can take on the fighter like Mackenzie Dern that can get her where she needs to be, right? That's perfect chess for her. So, you beat her, you might get a number one contender spot, and then boom, you know what I mean? She could be in that spot. So now is her time to make those right moves. It's perfect for her. So I'm excited for this one. I am. I am. Let me I'm just a fight fan. That's why you know how it is for a fight fan. We get really amped up just to see certain matches. Stamina said Tisha would beat your entire world beater. Don't be fixing your figures to type anything positive about less than positive about her. I mean, yeah, that statement. I mean, Tisha ain't a world beater. I mean, you might as well put Dern in there too, man. Like, when is Dern? See, I know where you coming from, BJ. You just don't want to give Tisha her credit, but it's obvious who you want to win. I know you think Dern's gonna win this fight, but I mean, you got to be real too, man. Just say Dern's not a world beater. Anybody that think Marina Rodriguez lost to Mackenzie Dern better not watch another WMMA fight, in my opinion. Anybody that thinks Mackenzie Dern beat Marina Rodriguez, I don't think we need to talk about anything. I hear some people thinking Mackenzie Dern beat Marina, but come on now. Sliderman said, if there were be a world beater or someone with the most potential to become one, applying and looking at all factors, who would it be? Out of Dern and Torres? I would go with Torres right now. I think Dern has the potential. I think she has some good things going for her. I think I'm going to say Tisha for now. I think Dern could be there in like a couple more years as far as being a world beater because she does have the height, the frame. She's got discipline right now. Got excellent ground game. I mean, it's just a matter of putting everything together. Like, she can strike, she can submit you, she can do that. I think she just doesn't really bridge that gap of, her wrestling, getting the takedowns. And I think that's a big part of being a complete fighter for me, like being, that world beater level. But she's got potential, though. Mackenzie Dern definitely got potential. I mean, there's a lot there to work with. I mean, a lot to work with there. I mean, we've seen with Tisha Torres some of the things that kept her from beating the best in the elite is the lack of reach against tall, long strikers, and the size can be a problem when you're fighting the bigger, better, stronger fighters like Joanna and Andrade and Wei Lee, right? So we've seen those points where she's already reached that, but this is a new day for her. She's been improving as a fighter, so we have to see, has she improved and has she compromised, made up for certain different things that Well, you know, she always has to compromise her height. I mean, I'm saying, but has she made those improvements? That's what we're going to see now with her second chance to getting this close. I think, like what Brian Williams said, on her best day, Tisha could beat any fighter in the top 5 on her best day. This level of a top 5, I think. But that's why I was saying earlier, you know, it's a good thing that she's here now, because the top 5 of yesterday, you know, meaning like 3 years ago, maybe not. But this is the top 5 where she's got to come on her game. You know, she's got to be 100% because she could beat these fighters, you know, the Yan Zhaonas, the Carlas. Tisha could do that. Of course, you know, we'll see we got Mackenzie Dern. Yeah. Pine K said if Dern can't get you down, she can't do none. Pine K said if Dern can't get you down, she can't do none. Big George, what's going on? He said Tisha versus Rose 3. Yeah, that's going. That might be on the horizon. Except they train together. You know, they know each other in and out now. You know, they cool now too. Tisha and Rose, they cool. So, I mean, they will fight though. That's the thing about Tisha. She'll fight you though. That training stuff don't mean nothing to her. She still fight. George said Joanna need to be cut. Yeah, we're gonna talk about her in a minute. Tisha could beat Carla. Of course, anything can happen in this game, man. Yes. Yeah, she could. She could. I have to agree with him on that. I have to agree with Brian on that one. Yeah, Tisha could beat her. Could is, you know, like we always say, this anything can happen in MMA, right? We just said, look how long Tisha's been there, how long Mackenzie Dern's been there. Right. And what are we making a point about here this time? What are we trying to compare? What are we talking about here? He said, could Tisha beat anyone in the top 5? Didn't she fight them all and lose? No, he's asking now. Any of these fighters, you know, Tisha could beat now. You talking about this second coming of this division. Like I said, go back and listen, y'all. Like, listen to what I'm saying, and you understand what's coming up. Listen, Tisha is in a good point right now where she can win this thing. Why? Because, like I said, rewind the stream. Fighters like Andrade are not here right now. They just came back. They really just came back. So Tisha's got a legit ranking right now, you know, so she can line up to fight any of these other top 5 fighters. And then we got a fighter like Joanna, who's just got to fight. But we're not talking about them. We're talking about the top 5 right now. The top 5 right now she could beat because they're not the same level. Aside from Rodriguez, you know, as long as you play chess around that fight, you know, there's certain fights just like Carla. You know, Carla didn't jump out of Joanna rematch, right? Carla didn't jump out of Joanna rematch right away or at all. So to get closer to a title, when you've already been there and done that, there's certain moves you're going to make. Brian says she lost to them, but she could win against any of these rematches. Exactly. Yeah, that's it. Y'all just repeating what I'm saying. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Yep. Like, lost to him before, but you know, these fighters now that aren't really around, you could just go around. Even like Wei Lee, Wei Lee was a competitive fight with Tisha, you know. Wei Lee made that a very competitive fight. I think that was, let me see, was that the most competitive out of her 4 losses? Andrade or Wei Lee? Let me see. I think the Tisha Wei Lee fight was a little bit more competitive because Joanna, no, he was just too big. Marina, that was kind of a hard fight for her to get on the inside of. I think the Weili Tisha fight was more competitive. So we never know, man. You never know. That's what I'm saying. Like, all right. So Straya said, who is Dern beat at top level? BJ said Straya Dern is still on her journey. Well, if she's on her journey, is she a world beater then? Because I mean, you're trying to say she's better, or she could just beat somebody like Tisha easier. You know, you're saying that she's got this win easy. Like, is she still on her journey? I mean, or is she world beater level? Which is it? If she's still on her journey, I mean, can't really be so sure about these fights calling for her, right? Ravioli said Verna beat Nunez. Dern beat Gabby Garcia. And BJJ, yeah. Yep. Yep. I think Gabby Garcia beat her 3 times, though. I think Gabby Garcia had beat her 3 out of the 4, though, when I was looking back at it. Oh boy, like TJ said last time, don't be bringing up no Casey mess up in here. I already shut that down last time. I don't want to hear that because we talking about levels right now. Tisha MJ said Tisha is not beating Joanna. I don't think so either. Joanna pretty much beats everybody except Weili and she could still beat Weili too. I mean, except Rose because she already proven that 2 times. Yeah, that was still a competitive. I think Weili versus Tisha was the most competitive out of her 4 losses, though. Now that I go back and look at it. Efren Gonzalez, what's up? He said I was big on Dern, but she ended up being another BJJ ace who never worked on their wrestling. Yeah, man, that's important, man. That's a very, very important stuff there. The wrestling, man. Like if she was like this, Suarez type mauler. Like if you put Tatiana's wrestling together with Mackenzie Dern's ground game, I mean, that would be like a near perfect fighter. Let me go ahead and get a fighter made with Andrade's power. I'm gonna make me a fighter right now. I got Andrade's power, Joanna's striking, Tatiana Suarez's wrestling, and Mackenzie Dern's jiu-jitsu. And like I still say Joanna's striking and her gas tank. So that would probably be the perfect fighter. That would probably be like the near perfect fighter. Yeah, Gonzalez said that would be unstoppable. Yeah, man. Like if I'm gonna build me a fighter right now, give me Andrade's wrestling. Excuse me, give me Andrade's power, the wrestling of Suarez, the jiu-jitsu of Dern. Yeah, Joanna striking. That would probably be a very, very near perfect MMA fighter. MMA Art said, I think Marina can beat Joanna. I think so too. I think she can, but I still think Joanna could beat her. I'm like, I'm a little tied up on that. I'm a little tied up on how she would handle the volume after looking at Jan Jana fight. Looking at that Jan Jana fight, MMA Art, I was a little kind of thrown off by how she handled pressure. Combinations. Oh, MJ said that fighter is Shevchenko. Almost Shevchenko because the power isn't the same. I'd say the power is not the same. And you got to admit Dern's jiu-jitsu would be a lot quicker, as far as transitioning, but yeah, like if you want somebody complete, Valentina, I think she's the one that actually goes out there and works on every discipline with that type of approach. George said Kay needs to get dropped after this fight. Send her back to Invicta. Yeah, we'll see, man. I'm going with Piera tomorrow. I don't know what it is that Kay Hansen, like what direction she's on right now. I mean, I know she wants to fight. Everybody makes mistakes, but I don't know, man. I thought it was flyweight. She said flyweight last time. But yeah, Dern Torres, we talk about it a lot, man. It's going down. It's going to be a good fight. Like I said, going back to what I was saying earlier, though, before I got sidetracked, sometimes you need this type of competitive talk, or like I said, the cute trash talk here, because if you know the fighter's personalities and if you consider this out of character, then you can really read that fighter and say, oh yeah, that person right there, they're serious. Like Tisha didn't look mad. Mackenzie Dern didn't look mad. Like she just wanted to kind of provoke Tisha, like how BJ like to do in the chat. He doing like Mackenzie Dern. He'll say something and want you to respond like Tisha. So they're all smiles while they say it. So that's how they always bring it. I'm like, keep doing it. Let me pull it up one time. It's no profanity, no name calling. They just talking about their skills. Sometimes you need that.
Tough fight. I know that. She's very durable. She lasted all rounds with them. But this is my time. It's not her time yet. What about when I take you down? What's going to happen? Lexi? What about when I take you down? What's going to happen? I'll get right back up. What about when I have my arms around your neck? So it's not going to happen. You're going to have to get past my striking, get past my wrestling. It's not going to happen. It's going to be a fun fight. You're going to have a hard time trying, but...
Torres still got the gun. I mean, she always got the gun. Torres got the gun, though, man. I'm like looking at them arms. Dern's got some now, too. So I got to give Mackenzie Dern, a lot of credit here, man. She's definitely been growing as a fighter. The muscle she's been tacking on and, improving her physique and her diet, all of that, So I like that. Everett said, Genu Fry physique to that perfect fighter build. Yeah. She's like in my top 5 as far as, like physiques in the game. Her, Tisha, and what's her name? Hannah Goldie, Like I said, I know that's all for looks. Mostly, as far as like if you were a fitness model or bodybuilder, but they definitely take care of their bodies. MMR said Torres looked kind of same size. Yeah, she did. They both weighed in the same. What was it? 115.5. Did they both come in 115 and a half, I think. Yeah. So I don't really know how much size is going to play a factor in this thing, I don't think sizes might not be too much of a factor. Maybe reach here. Definitely reach. Just a little bit. But, when it comes down to size, Tisha shouldn't have a problem handling Mackenzie Dern. She shouldn't have a problem. George said, like Addict said, too many fighters train like bodybuilders, too much muscle. Yeah. When you look at, that's something in boxing, we talk about a lot, like never recommend boxers train like bodybuilders and lift with a lot of weights. Evander Holyfield, he did, but he had a good balance. But overall, I think the same thing applies to MMA. Same thing, I learned from boxing, like a lot of calisthenics, a lot of body weight exercises, stuff like that. That's what you want to do, but you don't want to train like a bodybuilder because bodybuilder, that's only like short-term energy. You want to go for the long haul. The calisthenics, road work, running, body weight exercises, like I said, that's what I think the majority does. I don't know if a lot of them train like bodybuilders. I think just the ones you might see that have them physiques, but overall, when you look at the champions, like Valentina, Joanna, Carla, Rose, Zhang Wei Li. You got to remember, some of them are just naturally gifted that type of muscle build too. So I don't think all of them train like bodybuilders. Definitely not. Amanda Lemos, she doesn't. I think some of them just have that ability to build up muscle. Some of them ones with like 0% body fat, they just have it. It's a gift. But of course, there are like some that they just have it like that. Evan said Tisha is close to having a veteranship confidence. She's paid her dues for sure. I wish there was an atomweight division for her. Honestly, I think if there was atomweight, she'd probably run it. Probably. Because I think she could beat Jessica Del Boni. Yeah, Tisha could beat Jessica Del Boni. I think she has that level of style. Like at atomweight, she could definitely do that. Yeah. Hold on. What did he say? Gabrielle Antonio, what's up? He said, do you think there'll ever be a female Kobe Covington trash talker? Who's come close to it? If you get somebody that can like trash talk like Jessica she talk a lot of trash. I think that was like the closest we ever come to a female Kobe Covington, right? Jessica trash talk. I think Cheyenne Elizabeth, she trash talks a little bit, but like not on that level. Like, I mean, if you mean like somebody that can evolve to it, I don't know. But I really wouldn't want it. I really wouldn't want to hear a woman talking like that. Like I said, I'd rather hear them talk like these two. You know what I mean? Or if you talk trash and it come off natural, I mean, hey, Lolita's still going for Dern. I'm not. I'm gonna go for Torres in this one, yo. Tiny Tornado, I think is gonna win. Still going with decision on that one. All right, so let's see, Joanna here, man. Let's see, Focus CDS. He said Chael Sonnen knows how to talk trash, but he said Kobe's. Yeah, I don't really care for Kobe. You know, like, I respect him as a fighter, but personality wise, I don't care for him. Robert Henry, what's going on? He said, I saw pics of Tisha Torres as a young child. She's definitely genetically gifted. If she has used something, haven't seen proof. Yeah, I don't think she has, man. I don't think she has. I don't really think she has. She's always kind of been like that muscular child. Like, I went to school with some girls like that, and I don't think they were popping dirty at like 10 years old. You know what I mean? Where you could just see it in them, like 11 years old and 12 years old. Like, I don't think she has, man. I think that's just her natural. That's just her natural frame, man. Like, there's some of them I'm gonna just have to see the proof. You know what I mean? Like, it's just gonna come down to the day they say, that happened. I was like, I didn't know. I mean, that's just what it is for me on that one. But I think, yeah, that's her natural build. George said Juliana is close to Chael Sonnen. I don't know. Like, Chael Sonnen, he got years in it, and it's just like, I can stomach her more. When he get to talking, I'd be like, man. Focus CDS said, peace. Gonna subscribe. We should chop it up some point. Yeah, for sure, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, man. Let's talk about Joanna though, man. we'll come back if y'all got any questions about these fights. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up this Instagram here. So Joanna is lined up to fight, y'all. Hate her or love her, she back. This time I think it's for sure back. I think that Puma gift kind of let it out the bag. I think they let it out the bag just a little bit. But let me pull this up here. So Joanna said this on her Instagram, coming straight out her mouth. Let me translate this thing. Okay, there's the Polish, there's the English. All right, here we go, y'all. I know y'all hate to hear it. Well, BJ, he probably won't. Let's see. The fight has been scheduled. The fight has been scheduled. The opponent has been chosen, and in 7 days, my new project will be launched. Okay, me and my team and I have been working on this idea for a year. So she's going into something else about a project she's working on, but she said the fight's been scheduled and the opponent's been chosen. Wait a minute now. I wonder, is she talking about the product that she's doing here? Because she's kind of throwing it in as a mix. So I'm not sold on it. I'm not as much sold on it now that I read it again. Hold up. Let me pump the brakes. That's why that's why I'm reading through this with y'all. I don't want to sell y'all short. I don't want to, I don't do clickbait over here. I try to read through everything and make sure it's legit. Like, I'm looking at the context of how she wrote it. She said the fight's been scheduled, the opponent has been chosen, and in 7 days my new project will launch. So is she referring to her project as a fight that's scheduled and that's her new opponent? So is her new project her opponent? That's kind of what it looks like, right? So until the actual fight is out or opponent is named, then I'll go with that. I mean, how do y'all read into that? I mean, it's on her Instagram. Robert Henry said Chael Sonnen is a promoter who will claim to be close to any fighter just to get attention to his product, which is himself. He said, Joanna, who? Stick figures, what's going on? He said Joanna's about to terrorize the division once more. If she coming back, but that don't sound like it now that I read it again. Like, did she kind of throw it in there just to kind of throw you off? Or Zama said Elizabeth was quiet in front of Helen Peralta. Oh, you don't mess with Helen Peralta. Helen's a dog right there. That you got to pick and choose who you scream at. You know what I mean? Like Helen Peralta, that girl, she's no joke. So MMAR said, I think Joanna is teasing. Marcus said her project is another vacation. Shoot, them vacation must make some money. I'll shoot, give me one. B just said she has a fight book. Alex told me. Okay. Yeah, when I mentioned it to you today, this is what I was basing it off of. But I mean, if there's some deeper things in there, okay. Is everybody going off this Instagram though? That's my thing. Like, is everybody reporting it straight off of here? Because like I said, I'm reading it. Fight has been scheduled. The opponent has been chosen. And in 7 days, my project will be launched. Or maybe that's just all good news. So she's putting all the good news together. So, okay, maybe you got a fight coming up. So more than likely, who is that opponent going to be? Weili, right? I think that's the only fighter I can think of right now that's on her trajectory. She's not going anywhere below number 2 if she had her way, or number 1. Stray said new product could be new promotion. Yeah. Yeah, George, Helen's on tough. She's on Tough House this year. Her and Chantel Coates. And some other Invicta fighters. Got a lot of other Invicta fighters on there. Yeah, more than likely it's going to be Weili. Robert here said, Johanna talking about washed up fighter. Nobody ever seen in over 2 years. Yeah, crazy. Man, like I hope she is back though. Honestly, like I said, I have no problem with her fighting again as long as it's not screaming for a title shot. I mean, like when I say something, it comes off as hating. People think I'm hating Joanna. Well, speaking the truth sometimes hurts. You know what I mean? Like truth ain't always gonna be pretty. The truth don't always stroke your ego. So when I say like I want to see Joanna come back, I want to see Joanna come back and fight, but I don't want to see her fight a title shot. I mean, is that so wrong? I mean, after you've fought 4 title fights in the past 6 fights and didn't win any, I mean, is it wrong for me to say I want to see her fight just a regular fight? Whenever other fighters like Marina and Carla are back in the mix, that's not wrong, is it? Efren said Robert don't act like you ain't gonna watch. You wanna Whaley too. Hey, he got you there. Yeah, he gonna watch it. He gonna watch it. We all gonna watch it, right? But yeah, like I said, man, like every time come on, like I say this all the time. I had people comment and think I'm hating Joanna. Like one dude commented in Polish one time, and I had to block him real quick. I'm like, you talking mad trash, man, but you ain't saying it in English. You know what I mean? Like I tried to translate that stuff he posted, that trash he posted, and I was like, you don't even know what you're saying right now, man. Be quiet. Like I didn't even take it to that level. Like all I said was, look, Joanna just needs to fight one or two more fights because she's already lost to all the champion fights, right? She's already lost all the championship fights. So why are we gonna waste time seeing her run it back with somebody she lost to 2 times, like Rose? Huh? Like, why we really want to see that again? Do we really want to see that again? No. And I say that, but all the while I'm saying Joanna has good work ethic. She's a good fighter. You know, everything I say about her style, I like watching her fight. I mean, all them fights, I think it was Brian Williams the other day named, all of them are some of my favorite fights. So I ain't no yes man where I'm gonna just say, oh, you the greatest. You need a title fight 7 times in a row. And if you lost 6 of them with title fights, I ain't gonna say that. All I want to see is her come back. Yeah, okay, cool. Take your time off. Take your time off. That's fine. But expect to get back in line behind the fighters that are ready to go, like Carla, Marina, possibly Toni Torres or Mackenzie Dern at some point, right? So until then, get in there with the person that you have fight of the decade with and Zhang Wei Li and run it back with her. That's the next best thing. Between her and Wei Li, Rose beat him 4 times, right? Got to give Rose credit on that. Rose racked up 4 wins between the two of you, so y'all do the next best thing and fight under her. There's nothing wrong with that. But going for the belt right now, or fighting a title eliminator right now, yeah, your next fight could be considered a title eliminator, but you got to get behind 2 other fighters that are ready to go. Again, like I said, that's just, I think that's just matchmaker math, right? Again, I'll watch Joanna fight. I just watched Valentina versus Joanna the other day because it was a good fight. She gave Valentina a good fight. That don't sound like somebody that dislikes this person. I just respect the fight game and how it moves. James Perez said Joanna Wei Li is the fight to make for both of them a classic. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, yeah. Hold on then. Rob, have you tagged TJ in here? Is he in here? Or you just tagged him? Wait a minute. Zama said Carolina has a fight booked? Oh, man. KK has a fight booked? Robot Chicken said he wants to see them fight other fighters. Who would you want to see Zhang Weili fight? And who would you want to see Marina fight? Just a question. Like, oh snap! Carolina got a fight lineup. It ain't been announced, is it? Like, I mean, opponent wise, let me look. Oh, let me look. Let me look. Evan said you can wave a magic wand and set up Joanna to fight anybody at strawweight. She hasn't fought. Who is it and why is it? Why isn't it Marina Rodriguez? I would have taken that fight a while ago. You know, like, I mean, I'll still take it now, but yeah, I definitely would have taken that. Like, if she wanted to come back. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Carolina don't need to fight anymore. MJ said fighters like Joanna are holding up the division. I like her, but she's a spoiled fighter by the UFC. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Like, I know she want maximum dollar. You know what I mean? But like, Dana is only going to give so much. The UFC is only going to give so much. And I think if they're looking at your worth and who's coming to see you, who supports you, they're still basing it off of that. Like, of course, Ronda, she could come back today and boom, you know, she's going to get the lion's share of a fight over Nunes at this point still too. And definitely she would get the lion's share over Juliana Pena, right? Ronda would still get that dough. She would still get that money because it's a business, you know. So I still think they're measuring Joanna off of what type of attraction she is, you know, the caliber of star power she holds. So it's still measured off of that. But the money I think she was asking for and like the title shot, like Dana White, in one video, he said it doesn't work that way. If Hamzat doesn't finish Burns, his height would take a hit to take the hype to another level. He has to stop him. Yeah, I think he just has to stop him, period. But I mean, that first round finish, I think that would just be cherry on top. So Carolina's got a fight coming up. Let me go ahead and pull that up here real quick. Hold on. Okay, let's see. Carolina, Polish Muay Thai champion, Polish princess, a few weeks ago announced her return to the octagon. As the classic man says, a form won't make itself. Coming back, we can't wait. Carolina and her husband, their main goal is to help children who have ups and downs in their lives, fighting disease and helping achieve your sporting ambitions. Okay. You really have to read in these paragraphs here, though. They'd be like promoting business and then they'd be doing a fight at the same time. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, Carolina is also making a return. No fight date set. She just announced it on her Instagram. Oh, boy, man. Like, y'all know how I feel about that, especially fighters that take a lot of damage. Carolina hasn't won a fight since April 7th of 2018. And that was over Felice Herrig. So that's 4 years yesterday. 4 years yesterday is the last time Carolina scored a win. Since then, man, it's been all downhill from there. Unfortunately, you know, I like her. I used to like watching her as a fighter. I mean, I hated seeing her on them losing ends though after a while, man. Like, they were entertaining fights, you know, definitely for the person that was beating her. But after a while, for me, it was just like kind of hard to watch, you know, stomach turning. Like the way Alexa Grasso and Jan Jana was just teeing off on her, and the way Jan Jana broke her eye socket in that fight. Man, that stuff turns your stomach, man. Like, I don't mind. Look, I love seeing blood in the fight. Now, look, I love seeing, you know, somebody pummel somebody if they're game. But after a while, whenever a fighter is, you know, a shell of themselves, it really does get to your stomach. You know what I mean? Like you can't really watch it. Like I watch Whaley and Joanna go at it all day because their game. Their game when they go at it. But when you watch Jan Janan and Negrasso, how they were teeing off on Carolina, that's like hard to watch, man. Especially after a while, whenever like Carolina's eye was like, her eye was you could see her eye was like kind of glossy and like you could see the cheekbone was busted. So I'm I'm not really trying to see a fight like that. 5 losses in a row, man. 5 losses in a row. Hasn't scored a win in 4 years. Mm. I just have to read it out like that to make you think, man. Like that's not a go for me. Robot Chicken said Carolina isn't quit. Is a quitting fight. Is a quitter in fights now. I don't want to see someone that can't defend themselves. Pretty much. Pretty much. Interesting. Gabriella said 115 top 10 needs new contenders. Yeah, they do need some nice, blood flowing in, besides Lamos. I need to see a few more. It's just a few more added in the mix. Ephraim said, real talk, I was really impressed with the improvement Jan Jana made with Team Alpha Male. Yeah, I'm impressed. I was listening to one of her interviews, Ephraim, and she was kind of going in on like before, with the old training, how she didn't have a good grasp of wrestling and jujitsu. Like, she had a grasp of it, but she didn't really have the she wasn't really being educated on putting the two together until she got with Uriah Faber. He kind of taught her how to get wrestling, grappling, or jujitsu, how to put it all in one, how to make it all one. Like she said that it was always separate at her old gym or who she used to train with, but working with Alpha Male, they've been teaching her to learn how to get takedowns, learn how to put those submissions together, and just how to make it all work together, like as far as her movement. So, I think they've been doing good for her, man. I mean, she showed improvements in this Marina Rodriguez fight. I thought that was pretty impressive. The way she was able to take Marina down, even if for the 1 or 2 times she did. I think she won't get caught with her pants down now against Carla Esparza. You know what I mean? Like, I think she'll start. I think she'll start to do much better moving forward. Like, give her a test like somebody. Well, Marina was a good test for her to really work on her ground game, and you could see it work. She looked revived in there. She didn't look uncomfortable. Like if you look at some of her fights in the past, when she's on her feet, she's moving, but at the same time, she looks a little bit worried about getting taken down, like how Marina used to be, or how she does. So Jan Janan, I think, definitely has more confidence now. So if you look at how Jan Janan looked in the Carla fight versus this one, of course, Carla's the wrestler. She's gonna look like that, but I don't think Jan Janan is gonna be helpless on her back anymore like that. Moving forward in the future, I think Alpha Male is definitely going to do things for her and build her because adding that element to a solid striker like her, I think that can only make her even more dangerous. Rob Henry said, "I wonder is Combo currently is hungry." I had a meal earlier, a few hours ago, so I'm not as hungry. So if we go long here, I'm good, but we'll see. Who was that? Somebody asked. There's a question I just saw. Who asked that question? Ulysses said, "Could Ronda make 125?" I don't think so. And she had a child too, right? I don't think she could at this point. I don't think so at this point. I'm still questioning if Miesha Tate can make it. Ronda's 35. She's been out the game since what, 28? Is it 2018? Or her last fight was what, 2016, right? Because the no. Let me see. Because 2015 was the Holly Holm fight, and then she took a year off and fought 2016 Amanda Nunes. And that was it. So going on 6 years, you fought at 135, 35 years old, had a child. No, I don't know. I don't think she can make that weight. I don't think she ever had that frame or body type for 125. And like I said, I'm still trying to understand. I'm still trying to see if Miesha Tate can make it. Miesha Tate says she can make it, but will she be good? Will she be good when she gets down to that weight? Let's see here. So Tisha Dern. Oh yeah. What about, let's talk about the 135 fight. Aspen Ladd made weight. Ooh, ain't that's crazy. I mean, not crazy. I'm happy for Aspen Ladd made weight. I think she made 134, right? Or did she push the limit? Was it 136? Let me check. Either way, I'm glad that she made weight. I was going to be disappointed if we had another fight off weight. So let's give it up for Aspen Ladd just for this one time. She made weight. She made weight. So we got a bantamweight fight. Aspen Ladd, Rocky Pennington. Still taking Rocky Pennington, but I'm glad that she did make weight, man. This is on the path to hopefully, if she chooses to stay at bantamweight, hopefully it's the path to more disciplined training camps and dieting. Let's see here. I'm going to pull up this weight real quick. Where is it? No, it was a killer roll for her, probably, right? But she made the weight. But yeah, I'm still picking Rocky in this fight. I just think Rocky has I think she's got the skills to beat her. I think she just has the skills all around. Her stand up is better, I think. I think her clinch game is better. Now it will be interesting on the ground. I think Aspen Ladd can still, get that edge with her wrestling and her size. She does know how to use it to her advantage on the ground. When she gets that top control, she is a bit of a beast. And then when she starts to let her hands go, that's a part where she can really take you apart. But I don't know if Rocky Pennington is going to fall into that trap at this point. Experience is a big part of this. Much like her last fight with Aspen, Macy Chason. Let's see. Right. Who said you thought Aspen Ladd looked horrible? Yeah, I'm still picking Rocky to win MMA art. As Zama said, they didn't look good. They look like trash. Like, what do you mean? Like physique wise? I mean, sickly? I mean, Rocky didn't look sickly. I have to look at Aspen Ladd again. I mean, I seen Aspen on her Instagram over the past few weeks, and she's been looking better. Her physique and everything's been looking good. Like, it doesn't look like she's been
With a sack stylist for free.
doesn't look like she's been blowing up or anything. So, what do you mean by trash? Sickly, skeletal, trash? Like, come on, Zama, you got to be a little bit more thorough with it, man. Sickly, skeletal, what? How do they look to you? I mean, I didn't see that. Rocky's always made 135 and look good to me. Aspen Ladd, I mean, you saw that. I need to see it again myself because I didn't see her looking like sunken in or droopy eyed or dark circles. Hold on, let me pull up Aspen Ladd now. Yeah, Rocky looks fine. Let me see. Yeah, Rocky looks fine. Okay, so Rocky looks fine. Let's move on. 134.5. All right, Aspen Ladd. I mean, you want like trash or like sickly or drained. You got to look at like Stoyarenko or Joanna sometimes. Aspen looks a little tired, but I think she looked worse at other weigh-ins. She doesn't look too bad here. At 136 too, she didn't even push it all the way down. I'm not really seeing it. Like, yeah, Aspen made 136. Aspen is 136. Hold on, BJ sent me. He said the morning weigh-ins. Oh, you talking about the morning weigh-ins? Hold on, let me pull up the morning weigh-in. Pierre. Yeah, Pierre. She looked fine on her weight. Hey, Mackenzie Dern looking good at her weigh-in too. Let's check out these morning weigh-ins. Hold on. All right, I'm looking at it now. I'm looking at the one this morning. Hold on. Well, you just said the morning weigh-ins. Well, either one, whatever. I'm looking at it. Aspen looks good. No, Aspen looks good. Kay Hansen looked disappointed. I just throwing that in there. Let me scan through here. Yeah. Aspen looked pretty. She still looks solid. I mean, everybody kind of has that tired look on their face. That tired look after making weight. Zama said you have to watch the ceremonial weigh-ins when they hydrate. That's what I was just watching. See, which one are y'all talking about now? Like, first, Zama said like trash, and BJ talking about the morning weigh-ins, but Robot saying we got to look at the ceremonial. So I'm looking at the ceremonial because that's what they'll probably look like more on fight night, right? But even I'm looking at the official weigh-ins, I don't see it. I mean, they look like fighters that just cut weight. They don't look horrible. They don't look horrible in my opinion. You can see the discipline of Mackenzie Dern though now. Like I'm impressed with that. Oh boy, look at this. Yeah, I was looking at a picture of Rocky earlier today, man. Like, yeah, so what am I talking about? I already saw this. I didn't see the video, but I saw some pictures earlier of Rocky, and Rocky doesn't look like she's really drained. Even at this way, I saw that. I had saved the picture on my phone. Hold on. Let me pull these pictures up again. Yeah, look like just two fighters that made weight. I don't see it. I'm sorry. Like I said, when you bring something up, I'm gonna keep on looking. Like, I'm just trying to do some research here. Like, I saw. Yeah, I already saw the ceremony. What was throwing me? Yeah, I saw the official weigh-ins earlier. Yeah, I don't see it. MMA Art said Ladd should start fast this fight instead of waiting till the third round to give it her all. Yeah, she needs to just fight consistently, man. Yeah, because I saved some pictures of Rocky earlier because I was gonna post them from the official way, and so yeah, I already saw the official too, and I didn't see anything. I just saw two fighters that looked like they made weight, didn't really throw me off. Like now when I see Joanna make 115, sometimes I'm alarms are going off, and I've seen Aspen Lab try to make 135 before, and she looked horrible, but this time around, I wouldn't say she looks horrible. Neither one of them to me. I mean, now I ain't gonna lie, Rocky looked good at 145. Like when she made 145, she looked like that's where she needed to be. Let's see. Robert Henry says his live stream trolls or whatever he means will never mean anything good. He's a cynic, right? So I mean, he knows some, but some I gotta fight him on, and then I'm like, oh yeah, he don't know what he's talking about. Especially when he gonna tell me Taylor Santos. That was the last thing I remember talking about. Taylor Santos's wrestling was trash. I mean, how can you tell if a person's wrestling is trash in a Joanne fight that only lasted one round? Huh? How's one round going to tell you how good a person wrestling is when they were knocking somebody down constantly and working to submit? But me, I mean, maybe I need the glasses Zaman has because I don't think Rocky or Aspen look horrible. I mean, they look like two women that made the weight the way they were supposed to make it. I mean, you can tell they dropped the weight, right? You can tell, but it doesn't look like something I've never seen before. Let me put it that way. That's what it looks like. It just looks like two fighters that cut weight. When you look at them and say, oh, yeah, they cut weight. But they don't look like they, we're struggling. Maybe Aspen a little bit, maybe from what you said, but like you look at her face at a different angle, like when she turns her eyes down, maybe anybody gonna look a little off because they cut that weight, but nah, like I don't see it. No, you said it was trash. I thought you said it was trash. Trash, overrated. You said it wasn't good. You said something like that. I remember you said something about something being trash about her. So maybe I just saw you say this trash tonight, but you said it was based off of that fight. You were trying to use that fight as evidence, and I'm like, how are you gonna use a 1-round fight as evidence? You'd have been better off saying the Molly McCann fight or something that went 3 rounds where we could see it. Mara Romero Barella or something. Daniel Edwards said Courtney Casey said Jessica I didn't pay her old coaches. Where you hear that at? Dang, man. People be out here snitching. James Press, I don't know what kind of wrestling Santos has. All I know is she's not going to do anything to the GOAT, the real GOAT. She'll try and bow down and on to the next. Oh, I know what he's talking about. Dan Edwards said, Dern wins tomorrow. Dern wins tomorrow. What are you going to do, Tisha? We'll see about that. I'm going with Tisha still. I just think Tisha's got the skill for she's just got the skill for the ride, man. Believe me, if it goes to the ground, I know things might get a little shaky there, but I was surprised, man, how Marina survived. Marina survived, boy. Marina survived everything Mackenzie Dern had to offer in that fight on the ground. Y'all remember that second round, man? Like, everybody thought every round was going to be like that from round 2 on, but from there, Marina Rodriguez just said, nope, we're going to keep this fight standing. And Marina kept it standing. Mackenzie couldn't get anything done. Okay, overrated. He said overrated. January ever said Tisha has no power in backups. She might not have no power, but she's got skill. She's got skill and speed, and skill and speed has won her a lot of fights. Like, yeah, she's not knocking anybody out, but like, she's strong. Don't neglect her. Don't try to overlook her strength here. Dern has power. Tisha may not have power. Tisha has skills, speed, and strength, and wrestling, which she told y'all in such a nice, polite way, right? She told everybody in such a sweet way how she's going to win and how she'll get back up. Daniel Evans said Tisha got taken down by Hill twice. Okay, that means Angela Hill's takedowns are better, right? That means Angela Hill's got better takedowns than Mackenzie Dern. Like how many how many fights has Mackenzie Dern taken, got with takedowns? Like how many fights has she taken her opponents down like hardcore, like just slammed or just surprised? Like hell, Rose taken down, Tisha Torres. We're not saying she can't be taken down, but let's think about it here, man. Like, what is Stanley said? And they ever said Tisha and Dern were hilarious. Yeah, I enjoy that part. I don't know why. I just thought it was funny. Straight, all right, man. I'm gonna enjoy the fights. I'm gonna be on tomorrow. I'll be calling the card. Starting with Torres Dern tomorrow, I'll be on about 10 o'clock. All the way through the long haul. I'm gonna go through the Hamzat fight and everything. So yeah. George said, anybody heard if Ronda got signed yet? Signed WWE, you mean, or? Let's see. Robert said, Santos repeatedly strikes JoJo till she falls and chokes her out. Exactly. Yeah, like there was no time to judge a person's wrestling in that fight, right? Like, how can you get overrated with wrestling and we didn't see any wrestling in that fight? Pluggy Gaming, what's going on? He said Torres by second round banana split. Dang. He said Torres. Okay. Daniel said you made good points. Just think Dern can close the distance and tie her up. She can. Like I said, like my breakdown earlier, Daniel, like I said, Dern in the pocket is going to be dangerous. Dern in the pocket is dangerous. Dern can hit hard. Dern has power. Give her a target, she's going to take it. So, yeah, she could be dangerous. But if she closes distance and tries to tie Torres up on the feet, Torres is strong. Torres can reverse a lot of that. Efren said, "See you, nice meeting and chatting with y'all." Yeah, for sure, man. Take it easy, man. Make sure, yeah, definitely subscribe, man. Like I said, we always come on here and talk, Efren. So come on back tomorrow night. When I call some fights. So let's see. Robot Chicken said, "What if Dern backpacks Tisha? Is game over. If she backpacks, oh man, yeah. I mean, shoot, of course, yeah." Like I said, anything to do with grappling, I'm favoring Dern all day long. Like if Dern gets an ankle, if she gets on Torres's back in a certain position, it can be over. It can be over. But believe me, Tisha's been working on how to stay away, and she's definitely been working on her submission defense as well. You know what I'm gonna do right now? And y'all can stick around here if you want. I'm gonna pull up second round of Marina and Mackenzie Dern. Marina Rodriguez, Mackenzie Dern. I'm gonna pull up that second round, and I want to see what type of mistakes Mackenzie Dern made in here. How come she couldn't submit Marina that quick? Let me see. I'm gonna pull that round up. Daniel was talking about what you gonna do, Tisha. But Tisha say I'm gonna get back up. She was like, I'm gonna get back up. Cause I'm surprised. Like for somebody, we gotta think about that too. Like for everybody that picked Mackenzie Dern to beat Marina Rodriguez, don't y'all have to wonder like how was she not able to submit somebody like y'all thought, like Marina Rodriguez with zero ground game? Did y'all ever ask that question to yourself? Like, why was Mackenzie Dern not able to submit Marina Rodriguez? I mean, I know the answers, but I mean, the people picking Mackenzie Dern, do you know why? She had 5 rounds. What about you, Robert Henry? Like, do you think anybody ever answered that question that picked Mackenzie Dern against Marina Rodriguez? I'm gonna ask that question one more time. Like, why did Mackenzie Dern never submit a fighter everybody ragged on her ground game? Everybody ragged on Marina Rodriguez's ground game. Everybody said Marina was going to get beat by submission. Everybody that was picking Mackenzie Dern, that is. Now, I know a lot of y'all picked Marina because I did. I picked Marina to win the fight. But for the people that picked Mackenzie Dern by decision, did y'all go back and say, why is she not winning this thing by submission? Why is it round 4 and she's still getting pieced up? Those that picked her, answer that question right now. Like, why didn't she win that fight? That's what I want to know. 5-round fight to submit a tall, long fighter that's taken down easily by Carla, by Randa, by Calvillo, by Michelle Waterson, right? And none of them fighters submitted her. None of those fighters submitted her. But now it came down to, like I said, all day long, Dern's got some of the best jiu-jitsu. But why was she not able to submit her? Like I said, I know the answer. I'm just asking y'all. There were people who, said, oh, she gonna knock Marina out, do this and that. Yeah, that's all I'm saying, right? We're about to check. I'm just saying, like, it's not for me to answer. It's for them to answer, the ones that are telling me that it's going to be such an easy night tonight against Tisha. MMA Art said, I think she had Marina in the best position and almost submitted her, but the round finished. T said people underestimated Marina's ground game. Yeah, her defense as far as her ground game. Yeah, like, I think so. Zama said Torres is 10 times more coordinated than Marina. Doubt Dern will ground Torres for once. Marcus said that's because Marina was able to put up more resistance on the ground. Robot said Dern is a little overrated on the ground. Brian said one trick pony. That's why. He said, oh, wait, I picked Marina. MMA Art said wrestlers can easily beat Marina. Jiu-jitsu fighters will have a bad time taking her down. Tatiana will run through Marina. 100%. I agree with that. 100%. Wrestlers. Hence why Carla beat her, even though it was a close fight. And some people think Marina won that fight, but Carla edged it out because she was kind of, small, but it was still the wrestling that gave her problems. Stamina said Dern is not overrated on the ground. She's just incomplete on the ground because she's deficient in wrestling. Yeah, so that's what it came down to. Just a mixture of what some of y'all had said there. Dern is not really well versed in her wrestling. Marina was able to put up the resistance. Yeah. But I wanted to hear the people, that did pick Dern. Did anybody pick Dern that went back and tried to figure out what it was? Like, because like when I see a fighter lose, I'm like, when somebody I picked, I'd be looking at them. I'll be like, oh yeah, I know why they lost. They're not really getting a head start like they need to, and they're not jabbing enough. They're not using their leg kicks enough. They're not building up a lead. Certain things like that. Daniel Edwards said Marina was dope. What? Allegedly, Tisha will be get finished by. Oh, now you're reaching. You said Marina was dope. Oh, come on, bro. Marina doping. I don't think that's true. I never heard that. That's hashtag fake news right there. I don't hear none of that. Let me see. Five-round fight and never got a submission though. It's tough. I mean, MMA Art said he actually picked Marina by knockout, but Dern impressed me with her striking defense. Yeah, I was surprised too, man. Like her punch resistance. I mean, Mackenzie Dern can take punches though, man. Like I give her some credit there. She, Marina was hitting her with some clean shots, but yeah, Dern got a good chin. I give her credit because I thought she was going to be wide open like E-Boss, and I thought we were going to see like an E-Boss knockout, but she stayed in it, So I give Dern all the credit in the world when it comes to her resistance, man, and like her resilience. Punch resistance. She can take a shot. She's tough. She likes to fight. Yeah, she definitely, gets all the credit from me on that point. But when it comes down to some of the things that people says she's just gonna pull off, I just don't see it like that because it's just not enough of that middle work that needs to be done. As far as mauling and ragdolling, you don't really see her do much of that. Y'all remember Hannah Cyphers was kind of putting the strength on her. Hannah Cyphers was kind of moving Mackenzie Dern before she got a leg. So believe me, Tisha can move this girl. You know what? Let me pull that round up. It was a quick one. Mackenzie Dern and Hannah Cyphers. This will be quick. This is a quick fight. Hold on. Mackenzie Dern and Hannah Cyphers. Hannah Cyphers was having some success in that clinch. It wasn't until like she got her leg caught in that moment. It was like a heel hook she put her in. Mackenzie Dern. See, look at this. They even had to say it in the doggone clip. Dern survives a rough onslaught from Hannah Cyphers. Where's the fight at? Where's this fight at? Come on. Daniel said, having watched Tisha versus Angela Hill, I just see openings. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the openings are there. It's just all if you can capitalize. Like, I think Angela Hill capitalized because, she's been there before. And Angela Hill has gotten better somewhat, since that first time they fought. And Angela Hill has, she does have somewhat of an IQ, when it comes down to certain things, but does Mackenzie Dern have the patience? Lafayette, what's going on? Lafayette in the building. Robert here said, poor Hannah. No, I mean, yeah, she has, like I said, she had the strength in that fight, but she made a mistake, like Randa Marcos did. Like, she didn't take any of them hardcore down. Ciphers. They be playing sometime with this ESPN Plus. Whatever. Anyways, y'all know what I'm talking about. Let me see. LFA card. I got that on now, but Lafayette, who do you got? I got Tisha. Robert Henry said, I was gonna bring up. You know that, man. Look, got love for Randa, got respect for Randa, which I had to mention that fight. Gotta mention that, man, because I thought she would have taken it down the stretch, but she didn't. Let me look at this fight. Yeah, I got it on YouTube. I'm looking at Hannah Cyphers and Dern real quick, like when they clinch up here. Now, see, the Tisha Torres fight could go this way too, because Dern wasn't. Well, Hannah Cyphers wasn't like in too much danger until she put herself in danger. She was striking from the outside too, so I know Dern has a chance. See, the footwork is kind of giving Dern some different looks. And then the clinch here, Hannah Cyphers got that underhook here. Dang, she was tossing. See what I'm saying? Like, look, Hannah Cyphers gets an underhook. She working with one free hand, and she gets both underhooks, and she swings Mackenzie Dern into the cage. Good head control by Hannah Cyphers. See, now she got one free arm, and she's punching Mackenzie. She's kind of switching up there, landing knees to the body. That inside fighting was pretty good from Hannah Cyphers here. So this is where, Tisha could have success with this type of style. Standing on the feet like this and working on the inside, knees to the body. And then look, she pushes Mackenzie Dern off. So Hannah was having some nice little moments in there. O'Brien Williams said he's watching round 2 now. Okay, yeah, I was about to pull that, but my ESPN Plus app was acting up. But Hannah Cyphers, this one's on YouTube. I mean, hey, I didn't post it. It's one round, so somebody posted it. Lafayette got okay, yeah, you got Torres as well. MJ said Hannah Cyphers is an atomweight fighting strawweight. Her striking is good. She got KO power. Yeah, she could probably be a strawweight. That's probably where she would strive. I mean, she's strong though. Like the way she's tossing Mackenzie Dern around in this fight. Bipolar said Dern submission or Torres via robbery. He got it all played out in his crystal ball, man. MMA artist said Mackenzie Dern should be aggressive and make it ugly against Tisha and stick to her roots. If she try to play a technical striking game, she'll get an L. I don't know, man. Like, she's been out for 2 years, man. She might be, doing like the training sessions at gyms and so on. I know she used to work with Miranda Maverick, They used to train together. Brian said Marina locked up that head and arm choke in that fight. Okay. Look at this, though. Like, this was a fight Hannah Cyphers was actually doing pretty well in until she made that one mistake. Look, good striking, in and out, good leg kick. She's throwing good combinations to the head, and she'll go to the leg, kind of throw. Of course, Mackenzie Dern's striking has improved since this fight, but this was 2 years ago. But still, like, you can see like the strength difference. So Tisha's strong, and like Tisha can do some things like that. She just doesn't need to stay in there too long. Like, where is it coming? Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. They lock up in the center, and then boom. Mackenzie does get this takedown here. See, Mackenzie gets the takedown. She gets the trip. She takes Hannah Cyphers down. Hannah Cyphers pops up. And good takedown, but Mackenzie didn't know how to keep her down. It was Hannah Cyphers that chose to stay in there. So she takes her down, right? And Mackenzie actually is a little wild there. She actually winds up on her back and her neck. Hannah Cyphers pops up. Mackenzie was looking for an armbar, but Hannah was gone. Hannah wanted to stay in there for ground and pound instead of moving. So Mackenzie grabs that ankle, and that's where she fell right there. She was trying to land this ground and pound. Mackenzie said, forget the armbar. I got this ankle. This is what I'm talking about. Boom. This is where she succeeds in other people's failures, like giving up limbs. Tap. So it wasn't really like that was a good takedown. It was a good takedown from Mackenzie Dern, yeah, for sure. But Hannah popped up real quick because Mackenzie was out of position to keep her down. Like, she didn't just she flipped her, didn't get on top of her right away. So, there's always those opportunities right there that she leaves open for you. But if you give her a limb, like I said, even if you're standing, you're in trouble. So yeah, there's always that factor there. Stay away from Mackenzie when she's on the ground, and don't go on the ground with her. You know what I mean? And this was actually a loss where she did well in, to me. Like, she just made a bad mistake. It wasn't like when she lost to Agapova or Angela Hill. She actually had some good moments in this fight. Brian Williamson Dern had 3 minutes on the ground and never had Marina in any real trouble with her submission. Did some good ground and pound though. Well, let me see if this YouTube thing is working now. And that was her only good round. MJ said that UFC is wasting a lot of good atomweights. They should open an atomweight division. They need to. I mean, there's like over 20 fighters that can make 105 right now. They're game. Invicta has plenty of them that are ready to be signed. So let me see. Let me look at that second round for 5 minutes to pull this thing up. Second round, Marina and Mackenzie. Let's take a look at it. So she had like 3 minutes of ground control time there. You would think that would have been it, right? Let's see. All right, looking at this round 2 here. Marina was doing a good job of keeping range there and just making Mackenzie think. Mackenzie punching her way in was kind of wild. Misses that right hand. So against the cage, Marina's got that good separation, to avoid a takedown early. So she keeps stepping away back to the center. Mackenzie Dern's arm was jacked in this fight, man. Like, you noticed that? I mean, Brian Williams, if you're still watching it, I mean, Mackenzie Dern was flexing here, man. Like, she really, oh, there you go. That she's got the takedown. And it's not really like even a good takedown. She just pulls Marina to the ground and she's looking for an ankle here. She loses it. Transition there. Side control. Got that knee on the belly. Marina Rodriguez on her back. Let me look at what from the bottom. Yeah, Marina's climbing this fence here. A little bit of ground and pound from Mackenzie. You're getting that, trying to climb that fence to neutralize Mackenzie here, her side control attempt. But Mackenzie doing a good job of putting that knee in the stomach and pulling Marina in tight. But Marina's using that cage so she can, flip her position. Okay, Marina's controlling that neck and that head of Mackenzie Dern and one of the arms. So, she's locked the upper arm. Marina's locked up her arm to survive. Now Mackenzie's putting the knee in the head of Marina here. So Marina's doing a good job of neutralizing Mackenzie off of her back. That head and arm, yeah. She locked that head and arm up from off of her back. Could have been a nice choke, but Mackenzie's strong, boy. She's bucking. She got that thing locked in for a minute too. Mackenzie's still working though. She keeps turning her and landing strikes to the body. Now she's putting her she's putting that leg in Marina's face to get the separation, and it worked. That was a calm. Dern's been through that before. That's why she was just like calm. That head and arm didn't mean nothing. Now she's working Marina on her back. Marina is, I don't know how Marina is surviving this though now. Like, it's like a reverse crucifix here Mackenzie Dern's trying to put on her. You can see Mackenzie's got that one arm locked. How's Marina doing this? Like, Marina's just like, she, most fighters would get lost in here with her, but like, she's making herself slippery. Trying to like flip. Now she does. Okay. Marina's flexible. Now she flips. But now she's in a position where, well, no. She's not going to get a revert. She can't get a rear naked choke because of the way Marina's got her body turned. So Marina's always holding one wrist. So Mackenzie can't lock it around her neck. Marina's making this difficult by turning and just rolling and flipping. Mackenzie's still locking onto that back though. Like, she just hasn't been able to do anything with it because Marina's able to keep moving. I don't know. Marina's able to control her hips. She's pretty strong off of her back. I think she's been learning something. Let's see that ground control time. Yeah, it's over 2 minutes. Now Mackenzie just in full mount, landing some shots. So that's a good ground and pound for Mackenzie Dern though. She said, forget the submission. I'm going to just whoop her. Which this is probably what Mackenzie, Marina's bucking. What she bucked that time. She pushed Mackenzie Dern's face right into the mat, but she still ain't get off of her. Marina pulling her in close for the last 15 seconds. So she can, now she can't get up because Mackenzie's using her leg to like flatten one arm out and keep that top position more. That was a good survival round there for Marina Rodriguez. But the thing is, you have to keep moving. You have to keep moving, man. Like you really got to keep moving, like to avoid submissions. And I think that's something that Marina Rodriguez really been working on, like with everybody, like everybody that tries to take her down. Like she knows everybody's going to try to take her down. So Marina's always improving her ground game as far as, her defense and so on. That's why I think Mackenzie has so much trouble. But I think eventually if Mackenzie would have continued to do that round after round, she probably would have got it. But she just didn't have the takedown. She just don't have the takedown attack, and the wrestling to get Marina down. Like if she would have ground and pounded her earlier instead of trying to submit her, she probably would have softened her up and maybe got her out of there. But those are the things I'm talking about that she kind of lacks, that keeps her, her some of her opponents still game. Well, the tougher ones like this. But that was a good round. Robert Henry said it appears that Marina's ground defense has improved. Oh, yeah, definitely. It definitely has improved. It definitely has. Brian Williams said she looked great. Yeah, it looked good, So yeah, but I mean, I'm ready now. I'm ready for the fight. I'm ready to see this card. We're gonna have some explosive fights on this one. Let me go down my picks, as far as the men as well. I like I said, on the main card, I'm going with Torres. I'm a stick with Gilbert Burns on this one. I need to see a little more from Hamzat. If Hamzat does it, okay, we good to go. Prove me wrong, man. If he got it like that, I'm gonna rock with Gilbert Burns still. I know Hamzat said if he wins, I think Dana White said they're going to try to make Kobe Covington versus Hamzat. They're going to try to make that a headliner if he beats Gilbert Burns. So I know that that's what they're really pushing for now. But I don't know, man. I think Burns can pull it off. So I'm gonna stay with that for now. Who knows? I might change it the last minute. Sterling and Jan. I'm gonna go with Jan in this one. Definitely not a Sterling hater like that. A lot of people hating. I mean, he wasn't the one that got hit with the illegal knee. So I ain't even going there. But I think Jan, he was getting the better of him in that first fight up until it happened. Volkanovski and the Korean Zombie. I'm gonna go with Volkanovski. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go back and let me see. Go back and look at the prelim card. Who was on there? I'm looking forward to Aspen Land and Rocky. Oh, that Rosenstruik fight got canceled because Tibera got sick or something like that. So that fight is off. Olenek. Anyway. Yeah, I will call that. I'll call the women's fights earlier. Then I'm gonna jump on for a main card. Yeah, BKFC is on tonight. I got a card on. I know LFA just started too. Brian Williams said, "Good for Hamzat. If he wins, that will solidify his hype." Exactly. That's all we're talking about. We just want to see his hype solidified. Same way people going to talk about, the fighters like Macy Barber and so on. I'm going to keep the same energy, right? I need to see a little bit more. Same way if you rank number 11 or number 12, like I say with Casey O'Neill and all the other fighters, I just want to see a little bit more. I wouldn't be keeping the same energy if I didn't say, I need to see a little bit more from him as well. And it's a Pennington versus Ladd is on the undercard, prelims card. And I'm going with Pennington. MMAR said Hamzat is being cocky and arrogant. I hope Burns hands him his first L and a humble pie for dessert. I mean, yeah, that would be something. Tisha versus Luana Pinheiro. I'm going to go with Tisha. Ernest. Yeah. Tisha Torres versus Luana Pinheiro. I'm going to go with Tisha on that one. Robert here said Aljo by head kick. He better not gas out in this fight. Let's see. Brian Williams said he got Rocky, Hansen, Tisha, Burns, and Yan. Yeah, pretty much same ones I got. Except for Hansen. I think I'm gonna go with Rodriguez on that one. Yeah, I got Rocky, Rodriguez, Torres, Burns, and Yan. Oh, wait a minute. In the main fight, yeah, I got I'm gonna go with Volkanovski. If Hansen loses, if Hansen lost after missing weight, yeah. Stamina said Torres over Pinheiro 7 days out of 7. Oh yeah, every day is a school day for her. Torres is her instructor. Yeah, if Aljamain can pull off a win, hey, that's cool. I mean, yeah, because a lot of people been talking the trash all day long. So I just be like, let the guy, come on. Like, he didn't get, come on. Like, he got hit with the illegal knee and he gets all the heat. That's where I'm at with it. Like, I thought Jan was winning the fight, and I'm picking him this time. But that's why I was pissed off, because I was like, Jan, you winning the fight. Why you hit him with an illegal knee? Right? We still got to look at, again, we got to be real over here. I'm going to be real with it. That's how I am. Peter Yan was winning the fight. You hit the man with an illegal knee. You gave up your win. I did a video talking about this over whenever that fight was, a year ago, right? So you want to win. Don't do any dirty crap. Right? Now, with that being said, I think skill-wise, I think if Yan picks up where he left off and has this well-roundedness there, and if Aljo Sterling, if he gasses out again, he could lose. Because, yeah, I had Young winning that fight the first time. But when he did that knee thing, I was like, come on, you idiot. What are you doing? Yeah, I got to call him down that because he gave it up, man. Yeah. Because, if a lot of y'all get kicked in the head and the face, y'all going to be crying too. Some of y'all that ain't built for, y'all get kicked in the face, you're going to be crying too. Y'all going to take advantage of that too. You get kicked in your private area, your knee, you're going to be asking for some time or to DQ somebody. So yeah, like, so on that note, I would like I said, on that note, yeah, like with Sterling being an underdog, I like the underdog story. I would like for him to win. I like this for him to win just so people would be quiet. They're so busy talking about him getting dropped and him faking it. But I was like, who threw the illegal knee? Come on. Who threw the illegal knee? Right? Like, answer that question again. Like, once again, for everybody, and I asked the question earlier, like, when your fighter you pick to lose, to win and they lose, tell me how they lost. It's like, what did Sterling do wrong in this situation? That's the question I need to ask people. Like, what did he do wrong in this situation to make people hate him? It's like if somebody gets shot, y'all gonna blame the person that got shot instead of the gunman. How was he cheating? Wait, Sterling was cheating in the fight too. How did he fake his injury? So you would blame Sterling more than you would blame the person who threw the illegal knee, who started it. That's what I'm saying. Like, who, why, who would you blame first? Would you blame the person who threw the illegal shot? Are we? So we gonna blame the person who threw the illegal shot? Why are we gonna blame the person that threw the illegal shot here? If somebody down on their knee and you can hear their corner say something, and then this guy he throws a knee right when he's down, and we gonna get mad at him. We gonna say, "Oh man, Sterling, it's your fault." MMA Hart said it was a mistake in the heat of the moment, and you pay for mistakes. Exactly, you pay for mistakes. No matter how big or little they are, you pay for mistakes. It's like you can say, "Oh man, like I walked out of the store with something in my hand, valuable, and they say you stole it. You made a mistake, but you're gonna have to pay for it." Nah, that thing look intentional, man. That illegal knee look intentional. I mean, maybe you might say in the heat of the moment, but like I said, it's still a fight game. Your mental is a big part of the fight game. Just like you need to know not to knee people in the groin. If you knee somebody in the groin repeatedly, you will probably pay the price. But like I said, that's where I'm coming from with it. Look, I want to have a legit fight. I don't want to see Jan throw any legal shots again. Um, like I said, Sterling, hey, he could pull off the win. Hey, I'm cool with that. Definitely. I'd like to see him keep it, but just for the fact that a lot of people are hating on him on that factor. It's like y'all making it like this dude got popped or something. Like I said, that's three points I make. Like if you don't get popped and you ain't dirty and you ain't doing anything like crooked, like I don't see what the problem is with it. I mean, I would like to see him keep the belt, defend this belt in legit way as far as this fight going distance or however long it goes. That's what I want to see. But yeah, I'm just hoping we don't get any illegal stuff going on. But when it comes down to it, man, I'm like, yo, dude, like you got to control yourself. George said like how Pinheiro fake getting KO. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, same situation. Is there the camera calling the fight? No, he disqualified Randa, didn't he? He disqualified Randa in that fight. I thought that was messed up. Now we want to talk questionable. I thought that was questionable. I kind of thought that was questionable. Even like, a lot of people right there that could see it. Like I said, I'm trying to get the person the benefit of the doubt. But I was like, just the reaction to it. But yeah, that's what it is, man. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm definitely gonna be watching this fight. Like I said, calling this fight. So if y'all want to tune in tomorrow at about 10 o'clock, we'll watch this card together. I'm just telling y'all again, just in case you don't get a notification, but I'll post it up. What else? What else? Before I bounce up out of here? Let me see. The 2:30 mark. About 9 more minutes. I give about 9 more minutes, and I'm gonna go. Ernest said Combate is on right now. What time zone you in, Ernest? Because my watch says my schedule says 11 p.m. Hold on, let me see. Combate. I'm trying to pull the app up on my phone. Hold on. Shoot, I don't see it. Oh, he's on Eastern time. He's a prelim starter. Okay. Eastern. I'm trying to use this network. They said Paramount Network. I downloaded that to see if I could find it. It's hard to. Let me see. High Five said Whaley said her fight is almost near its final answer, probably in a month. Uh-oh. So who do you think it is, High Five? It's probably gonna be Joanna, right? I mean, Joanna says she's got a fight in a opponent name. He said 90 more minutes. 9 more minutes. 6 now. This app is a trip. I can't find anything on it, man. There should be like I've got this Paramount app up. I don't see the prelims on here. Yeah, I don't really think anybody really wants to win that belt by DQ, you know what I mean? He said he chose to celebrate with the belt. Okay, so I mean, yeah, because I mean, in all honesty, let's be real, it's not really a time to celebrate. It's kind of like a draw. I'm gonna be honest on that. Like it's like a draw to me, You can't really walk away feeling like the best or feeling like you accomplished something, especially like if the other person was in the wrong, they tried to poke my eye out and they got DQ'd, they gave me the belt, I would still feel like this ain't really legit. You know what I mean? I'll be like, give me the rematch so I can whoop him. Let me get revenge in the rematch for sure. Right? It's just like a draw. Like you really can't walk away feeling like you accomplished a lot that day. Like, yeah, you would have the belt technically. Yeah, you're in the rankings, but at the same time, it's not like the same as beating that champion. Again, Jan was wrong for doing that. Now, don't get me wrong, Jan was wrong for throwing that illegal knee and messing up this whole fight altogether. But I mean, yeah, like to me, if that was me, and I won it off a DQ, I would still be like, I want some get back. Oh man, Cyborg and Blinko, that fight's still going down. That's in a couple weeks, right? Are we ever going to get Cat? Y'all think? Are we ever going to get Cat versus Cyborg? Shoot, I bet you would win some money if you bet on Arlene Blinko. Depending on what the odds are, you probably win if she could pull off an upset. We got to the end of this year for Cat versus Chris to happen. I know Cat's injured or something like that, but we'll see. We'll see when it passes what is going to happen. Will it happen? Blinko should fight Cat instead. That's what I said. I said that. That fight is what should have happened. That's exactly what I was like. That fight should have been for number one contender. That's the fight should have been for number one contender, man. I was like, yo, make it happen. What else do we have going on though? This Friday cards. Yeah, I went over that earlier. But tomorrow, yeah, Bellator's got some cards in a couple coming weeks. So let's see. I know tomorrow. Yeah, I was gonna do this video. I was gonna talk about Miranda Molly McCann. That's probably gonna be a good fight. That's an entertaining fight. I ain't gonna lie. High Five said, "Is Irene waiting for the winner of Pena versus Nunes?" She could be, but she was out. Like she got pushed out of it on it due to an injury, right? Irene versus Pena, that's a good style matchup. MMAR said, "Do you think the UFC should allow kneeing a down opponent like one championship? Because it would definitely be more closer to an actual fight." Let me think about that. To me, it kind of depends on where the knee is placed, I think, because sometimes when a person's down on their knees and you knee them like in that position, it's a little bit more, I don't know, like, I mean, it probably would get rid of some of the controversy. I mean, if they just did it like ONE FC, because I mean, they don't seem to have any issues with it. So I'd be fine with it. I'm just trying to look at all the scenarios, how it plays out when it lands. Like, I haven't really seen it like really cause any much uproar or any serious damage like in a ONE FC fight. I think it's okay. Cause I mean I've seen some brutal fights back in the day anyway, like before, like, I've seen some hard stuff in person, like cage fighting stuff, and it was like raw, but I don't really have a problem with knees to like when a person's down. I think that's fine. What was the other kick they were trying to do with? What was the other kick? Like the push kick to the knees, they're trying to get rid of that, right? Which one is more brutal though? I don't know, because I'm trying to think. Like, I'm just playing out some of these scenarios in my head. I mean, they're trying to look out for certain things, I guess. Because, yeah, like I said, when you see it in person, it's very brutal. Like, somebody gets kicked in the face or knee to the face. I don't know, man. Like, it's kind of like when that person is almost helpless. I think they're trying to cut out that. So I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't think they should. I think they should keep that out. I think the fights are still entertaining without it. Yeah, I think the fights would still be entertaining without it. What do y'all think? Um, let's see. Brian Williams said, "I don't really want to see kicks and knees to a downed opponent." Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because there still has to be some level of, you know, discipline and control. I think that would leave too many openings for, just like finishing, like you're trying to kill somebody in there. We don't want that. I'm just trying to play it out in my head. I was like, when you see it, like I said, knees to the face, they're painful. You can see it. Like I said, you see a person really get hit in the face like that. You like, oh wow, man, that ain't cool. You'd be like, you shouldn't have did that. You shouldn't have did that. Kneeing a person in the face or even kicking them in the face. So you want more of a controlled element in combat sports. You know what I mean? More discipline where you're not doing like street fighting tactics and dirty tactics because you're not really doing things to survive. Like your life's not on the line. Like somebody's actually coming to try to kill you like a street fight or you fighting for your life out in the alley or something like that. This is still like a controlled environment, and to take away some of that element where you could possibly be killed, they want to take out the knees, right? Like kneeing your opponent or kicking them in the face while they down, right? You have to take out some of that element and have you know, um, some type of protection for your fighters. So I would take that out. I would, I wouldn't keep. I mean, I wouldn't legalize that. Excuse me. It's pretty brutal. MMA art said, "I'm not trying to argue. I just saying that it would be closer to a fist fight." Yeah, and I don't really watch mixed martial arts for like street fight or fist fight. I watch it for the martial arts, the discipline for me. So I would say I want it close to whatever it is, which is if it's going to be a Muay Thai match or a boxing match, or if it's a grappler versus a striker. I don't really want to see it as like a fist fight or a street fight. You know what I mean? Like if you want to see that, you just go out to a club or somewhere where people start fighting. You know what I mean? And just throw down and be kind of brutal. So and you said that's the thing. These rules will allow fighters like Aljamain to have an easy way out. Well, not all the time. I mean, it's just gonna come. It's gonna come down to the referees to you make the call, and you actually have to look at it and say, "Hmm, was that as intense as it came out to be?" That's why I say it's just so hard to say. Like, I can't say, okay, this person was acting. I mean, you have to say Jan shouldn't have did what he did though. Like you say, he's looking for an easy way out. Well, what about the person that actually threw the knee? Like they should be on it. Like they should be on it. It's still a controlled sport. There's certain things you can't do. You have to say, hey, this is the time to calm down. Like that's why it's martial arts. If it wasn't, it'd be caveman sport. You know what I mean? It'd be a brutal sport. Like martial arts is brutal in its own way already, but it's gonna be like just a straight up, uh, just straight up no rules and just. Mark said you cheated. Jan cheated himself. Yeah, yeah. So I can't really say this person's looking for the way out. I mean, It's this person who threw the illegal blow that did the damage. So it has to be on you to say, I can't knee a down opponent. What about those push kicks, like those push kicks to the knees, man? Like y'all think they should legalize that, or no? You think you should take that out? You can still use it now, but like, those push kicks, like that one Khalil landed. Like, do y'all think that should be taken out of the sport? I think Valentina said no, that's a part. Or did she say she's for it or against it? I can't remember. Michelle Pereira backflips on downed opponent. That's brutal stuff right there. WWE stuff. What was that? What was the take on push kicks? Not push. Like those. Hold on. Khalil Miranda, what did he do? I can't remember, man. That night I was asleep when that fight came. I was asleep, I think. The oblique kick, yeah. Oblique kicks, like oblique kicks, should they be taken out? Like, should oblique kicks should they be taken out of the sport? Those things are pretty hard too. They can do a lot of damage. Valentina says, well, Valentina claims oblique kicks should probably be banned. I think it comes down to what the fighters say sometimes. Like, in certain situations like this, like, what do they think? She said, to the knee, it's a very dangerous kick. Yeah, it's a very bad kick because you have a very bad injury from this kick. She said probably it should be banned, but at the same time, you have to be ready. You just have to be prepared. You can't ban all kicks. You can't ban everything. It's kind of like it's mixed martial arts. It's kind of allowed. She said it wasn't a kick right to the knee. It was a kick right to the thigh, a little bit higher than the knee, but then the kick just slid down a bit, and that's why it happened. I think most fighters have to think about it, and it can happen. Just start training for this and be ready for it. All right, so yeah, she's kind of on the same page about it as well. Like how I feel about these knees. It's like you just kind of have to be prepared, or like for the person that's about to throw a knee to a downed opponent, you have to control yourself. Just like if you knock somebody down and they're out, you have to control yourself not to go off on them like when they're already out. You know what I mean? Control the sport. Like even with the oblique kicks, they look brutal when they land, but it's not like it happens all the time. You just have to prepare for it because there are parts of martial arts that are vicious, but that should make you step your defense up even more, right? Like sometimes you might be going to throw a left hook to the body, and yeah, you might break somebody's rib, right? The more and more, let's say, people work on their body punches, you might start having more people bleeding from the kidneys and so on. But it's like she said, you just have to be prepared for it. So when I was reading about this, she was just kind of like on the fence about it. But as she went down, you kind of change your mind. Like I'm kind of in reverse about the knees. At first, I'm thinking, yeah, like maybe because ONE FC does it. But then the more I think about it, it's like, nah, there's still kind of a brutal element to it when you knee somebody when they're down, right? That kind of makes it more in that street fighter element where you're like gonna knee somebody, you're just being dirty, where there is no rules. And we want to have some type of rules in this sport. Like I said, at this point, I'm just kind of talking about it because it's an interesting conversation. I'm not really talking about it to the effect is based off of what Jan did now. Like, I still think he's wrong. I don't think it was Sterling's fault. You know, you open up negativity, and it'll breed it. You know what I mean? So you got to blame the person that opened that door. That person that opens Pandora's box, that's the one to blame, right? So if you throw the illegal knee, I mean, you open that door. My bad. I'm looking at some LFA fights here. Sorry. All right. Okay, there was an amateur fight on tonight too. Hold on. Oh man, what the? Look at this. Yeah, y'all been here with me for a minute, but I'm over here watching fights too, so it might be time to go here in a minute. But yeah, like I was saying, man, at this point, it's like, man, I just think that certain things have to be banned, certain things don't. Like the need to the, you know, like I said, this might be another discussion video because it's just interesting, man. Like, there's a lot of different takes on it, but you do have to kind of look at it off of experience. Like I said, like, man, I was watching one fight back in the day, you know, it was no, it was like a little while back, like a real, you know, real MMA match I went to, local. And you know, when you look at the brutality of some of the things these people are doing, and like there's not as many rules, like hitting people when they are down with knees, and it's vicious. That's what I'm saying. Like, from a distance, what Jan did might not look like it was painful, but you take a knee to the head. You know, you ever sit ringside and watch these things? Like, they're vicious, man. And then the ones I seen, there are no rules. Like, you know, there are no rules like to some of this. They let it keep going. They let it play out. You know? And then versus that, what I have seen, like when people are actually fighting, you know, in the street, you kick somebody in the face in the knee, you're like, wow. You know what I mean? You're like, dang, man, that I'm glad I ain't in that fight, because this dude here, he getting beat up, man. And like, and this dude he's got no, you know, he's got no remorse. He just going after him, kicking him in the face, and you're like, wow, man, dang, they killed somebody. You like, oh wow. So that's the element you don't want in the sport. That's the example I'm making. Like, when you see that type of brutality actually happen in the street, you like, I don't want to see that in this sport, because now it's not the same type of controlled environment, if that makes sense. So I think you do kind of need that rule to keep that out. Like, punching people, or excuse me, kneeing people and kicking people in the face while they're down. You don't need that. Oblique kicks is a different story. You know, I just kind of was wondering about that. That's a totally different thing. Like, I think it's just a little controversial thing, and I think it just comes down to being prepared. Like she said, it's just a defense. You can't take everything out. Well, yeah, that's where I kind of disagree on that, because, you know, MMA, or I know you said, I really think if you can punch someone standing on the ground, you can knee them standing and on the ground to avoid. You shouldn't be in that position. It is brutal, but it is brutal sport. Well, to me on that, that's the thing. Like, your legs and your knees are much more powerful. You know, the knees are much more powerful muscles. You know what I mean? The legs are much more powerful. So when you kick somebody or knee somebody when they're down, that's harder than a punch. You know, like ground and pound is allowed, like hammer fist, because you can only get so much leverage off an arm. You know what I mean? Like your punches, like, and you can still block those. You can grab the wrist, you can grab the hand, you can pull a fighter in close. But the legs are the powerful part. So you have to kind of look at it as that, like, certain things have to be taken out because they're going to cause more damage. Like a knee is a hell of a thing to take when you're down, because there's more power to it. George said MMA should be like the Kumite. Shoot. Hey, if it was, bro, I'd be there every night, though. I mean, if we had something like Bloodsport, bro, I'd be there every night. Man, you about to make me watch Bloodsport tonight, bro. Oh, you said it shouldn't be. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was about to say, man, if you say it like that, I know this world going to an end then, man. I'd be like, but I'm gonna go out there and watch it because I want to see some Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean? Because I mean, if they went to that extent, shoot, I'm just saying. That would be crazy, though. I mean, a lot of people, I would be praying for them that would want to be in that, man. Mm. Zama said, slamming. We should say this about slamming too. Slamming, and imagine slamming somebody. Ooh, yeah, I seen that, man, slamming on concrete. That's why I used to get a little, like, before, like when I used to see Andrade do it, I used to be like, God, dog, I was like, is that allowed? Even like Rampage, where they was slamming, but it's like a mat. I think the slamming I'm gonna give a pass, because I can give the slamming a pass because you ain't really seen nobody like. Well, I mean, you saw Rose get put on conscious, but you know what I mean. That was a different situation, but I think there might be a point too where they might consider that, because I mean, Rose went out on her neck, so that might be up for topic. But I still don't think a slam is the same as a knee, man. Like, I know it might sound crazy. I just don't know, like, because I think the knee is a much more, accurate shot with bad intentions on it. George said, "Watch Bloodsport kickboxing tonight." I might have to, forget. Sure, I'm put the fights on the background, but I might have to watch Bloodsport tonight. I was watching. I think I watched Kickboxer last year. I might have to watch both of them tonight. I watched Lionheart not too long ago. Let me see. What was your favorite Van Damme movie, George? Like, what was your favorite Van Damme movies? I mean, Bloodsport, Kickboxer. I like Lionheart. Double Impact was okay. Cyborg was all right. I watched that like a couple weeks ago. Yeah, Bloodsport and Kickboxer was definitely his best movie. And No Retreat, No Surrender. If you want to count that, I mean, that wasn't his movie, but he was the villain in it. But that's definitely classic. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh boy, what is I just went to the YouTube one. What's going on here? What y'all? I've been like on another page, so I was like, oh, y'all had to block somebody, or did y'all time out somebody? What's going on? Y'all had to time out somebody? MJ? See, I've been looking at some articles here on oblique kicks and watching fights and just talking to y'all. I didn't know y'all have the. What are y'all talking about? Ooh. MMA Art got a good question. Hold on 1 second. George said, I love kickboxing and blood sport. Time Cop was good. Street Fighter was trash. Yeah, don't even talk to me about Street Fighter. Time Cop, I got to go back and watch that. Street Fighter was trash, though. Kickboxing, blood sport. Dang, there was this prison movie he did called In Hell, like in the 2000s. That was good. In Hell was a good movie where he was in prison. That was a good fight movie. And that's the brutal street fighting underground stuff that you see that you don't want to see in the sport of MMA. Yeah, In Hell was good. That was a good movie. Brian Williams said Double Impact. Yeah, Double Impact was that one was okay. I like Lionheart better. I mean, a little while ago, I think it was last summer, I was going on my Van Damme fix. I was watching all his movies. So, I mean, you know, I grew up watching them. So, he said his sister used to love Van Damme splits. Yeah, he used to do that thing effortlessly, man. I mean, he can still do that. Yeah, Marcus, that's what we talking about. That's what we were talking about, man. That trash movie, man. I like the animated Street Fighter better than that, man. Oh yeah, MMA Art said, how do you think Angela Lee and Stamp will do in UFC? You know, MMA Art, honestly, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with this. I think Angela Lee would do well. Stamp, I'm not so sure about. As much as I'm being real. As much as I'm a fan of Stamp, I am not sure if she would do as well as Angela Lee, because Angela Lee is more of a complete MMA fighter. She's more of a complete MMA fighter. Stamp, I think her downfall would be the grapplers in the long run. Zama says Stamp is an atom weight, leaves a natural straw weight. Regardless of weight, regardless, I'm talking just styles. Like if Stamp was even an atom weight, she might have some success there, but I think grapplers and wrestlers would really give her trouble. Even some like fast combination strikers. But she might succeed more there because of the size advantage. So yeah, atom weight, yeah, like if she played it out at atom weight. But I see Lee doing much better because her grappling is great. Wrestling's good. Striking is not the best, but she does take chances and her punches are good. But I think Stamp. I think Stamp is a Muay Thai fighter. I think she's getting accustomed to the world of mixed martial arts. Yeah, Muay Thai fighter and kickboxer. Yeah, so it's still a little new. Like what she's learned as far as being a grappler has been helping her. But if you throw in there with you throw in there with Verna Naroba, or if you throw in there with like even a Toni Torres, let's see, like I said, grapplers like wrestlers like Tisha, Verna Naroba, Zhang Wei Li. I think all those fighters would give Stamp an L. Honestly, even like the strikers like Joanna, Marina, they might give her problems because her stance is still a little bit too Muay Thai. High Five said agree. He said Stamp is being hyped. Yeah, I don't think it's that she's like being hyped. She's just entertaining. She brings it. You know what I mean? She brings an entertainment value. Like I'm a fan of her because she's entertaining. She fights. So and she is like a crowd pleaser. So, but when it comes down to like when you want to break down just regular, he said Angela Hill would beat Stamp. Yeah, I think so. Angela Hill beats a lot of those Muay Thai fighters that are straight from there. Her and Loma Labuni would be a good fight. I think she would win that, but that would be entertaining. But those fighters, even like Loopy, those grapplers that get gritty, I think Angela Lee looked like she could be 125. Is that just me? Could she hang with 125 or would she have to be at 115? High five said Janet Todd beat Stamp and Jackie Button will too. Jackie Button is good. Yeah, Brian. She's making improvements. Yeah, she's definitely making improvements. But as of right now, like I said, if you throw them in the mix, I think I think Angela Lee would succeed more. Yeah, she opened my eyes. Let me tell you that now. She opened my eyes when she came back off her inactivity. When I was going back to watch a lot of her film, I was like, her stance and her movement is going to be trouble. But I still was riding with Stamp. But that grappling came into play. I was like, that's where her downfall is going to be. I was trying to give her a chance, but it was a fan pick. I ain't gonna lie, man. But Angela had it all the way, man. Robert Henry said giving up. Yeah, I'm giving up our age, man. Zama said Angela Lee's was on par in grappling with Nicolini, who is multiple times. Yeah, that was one of the fights I went back to study. That Nicolini fight, and she's a BJJ champion. Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, wow, she's doing well. She came up short, but yeah, I think it was like her wrestling. Wrestling's okay, but it's good enough to get her a little where she needs to be. Yeah, she's on. Yeah, like she hung with Nicolini in that fight. MJ says Stamp and Angela Lee are not beating UFC strawweights. Lee looks perfect at atomweight and bad at strawweight. Lee got 2 losses at strawweight. Lee is a strawweight beating atomweights. Now, Angela Lee is atomweight. Atomweight in 1FC is 115, and strawweight is 125 in 1FC, right? So Angela Lee to me is a legit strawweight. I think she could hang with strawweight more than Stamp. That's where we always get. I think people get confused, or I think we were getting confused because like Angela Lee is atomweight, but atomweight 1FC is strawweight UFC. But I think Angela Lee, she would have more success than Stamp, in my opinion. What are your favorite Steven Seagal movies? I was never really like a big Steven Seagal movie fan, George. Really? I used to just like laugh at him like clotheslining people, but I was never big on Steve. I used to like Van Damme, I like Chuck Norris, but I was never on Steven Seagal like that. Really, I wasn't, man. Like when the movies used to come on, I used to just say, man, where's Van Damme at? High face at Haman, Hitsuki beats Stamp too. I don't know if Hitsuki beats. I don't know if Hitsuki beats Stamp. I think Stamp would beat Hitsuki Harada. Yeah, Jackie Chan. Love Jackie Chan though. Super Cop and all of that. Super Cop. what was the other? Operation Condor, Rumble in the Bronx. Yeah, I used to love those movies. Yeah, that's what it was, Stamina. He said Seagal was corny. Even back then. Yeah, I was never on Steven Seagal like that, man. I used to love Van Damme and, of course, all time is Bruce Lee. I love Chuck, Chuck Norris, his stuff. But I could never get into Steven Seagal, man. Yeah, Super Cop was like one of my favorites. He said he was corny, man. That's what I'm saying, man. I never really was like a big Steven Seagal fan, man. Like it was something about his suit that he was wearing, that ponytail, man. I just wasn't into it, man. Mm. Who else was it back then? I can't even think. I like Cynthia Rothrock. I know you used to watch Cynthia Rothrock, George. Cynthia Rothrock, yeah. I was just watching the movie with her the other day. I can tell you what's corny. Has anyone seen this movie called Dark Man? Yeah, I remember Dark Man. You talking about the guy with the bandages on his face, right? The trench coat and bandages. It's been a long time. I can't tell you what it's about, but I remember it. But I know you know who Cynthia Rock is, George. That was uh that was my girl, China O'Brien. Yeah, Sammo Hung. Oh yeah, man. I used to like him. He used to do little team ups with Jackie Chan. Yeah, he's a fat man that could move. Yeah, that big boy he could move. Yeah, Jet Li's good. Yeah. Yeah, Ulysses. Yeah, Jet Li is good. Yeah, Bruce is the go. Yeah, Jet Li, yeah. I can see why he's a lot of people's favorite. Man, I can't even turn on a Steven Seagal movie to this day, man. I don't know why. I just can't. All these ninja movies back in the 80s I used to watch too, man. Like I was watching that movie was it American Ninja? I know George remember that movie. George, I'm putting everybody's age out there. I talk about American Ninja. American Ninja. What's his name? I remember that guy now. I know you know who Steve James. Yeah, Don the Dragon Wilson, yeah. Those Blood Fist movies, man. Yeah. I got a lot of that saved on my Amazon Prime because I was flipping through a lot of that stuff like this past summer. Y'all watch Cobra Kai? I know I did a review of that season. I might go back and do it again, man, because yeah, Cynthia Rock is goated, man, definitely. I still haven't watched Blood and Bones, Marcus. I have it saved, Blood and Bone. Michael Jai White and wasn't Gina Carano in one of them movies? Yeah, you know what? I might have missed Sammo Hung in that Enter the Dragon. I know Jackie was in it. I know Jackie Chan was in it. I know Jackie Chan was up in there. Oh, he's the little Cynthia, even though some of her movies are corny. Yeah, them moves though, man. Them moves was crazy though, man. Like I used to like as I got older and learned to appreciate it. As I got older and started to learn to appreciate them, them moves, I was like, man, this stuff is crazy. Yeah, there was like three. No, there was like 3 or 4 of them American Ninja movies, I thought. Yeah, George said he hadn't seen Cobra Kai yet. Yeah, it's good, man. You know, my brother and sister haven't put me on it, and I went through a binge and watched all of it. I love that now. Yeah, Bolo Young. I've seen Wmma. I've seen the first one. No, I've seen the first two. Zama said, "Don't forget Young Bao." Oh yeah. Ooh, I don't know if y'all seen this movie. I recommend this if y'all like action and that type of stuff. Is The Raid. This Indonesian movie, The Raid. I think it's Indonesian. Yeah, check out The Raid if you haven't seen that. The Raid 1 and 2. Where is that? Is it Indonesian, I think? The Raid. Yeah, it's Indonesian, yeah. It's like 10 years old. What do you say? High Five said, can he ask something? Yeah, ask a question, ask away. He said, how old? Old enough to know a lot of this stuff. It's past your time. Let's just put it that way. Oh yeah, I used to like Michelle Yeoh, man. If y'all haven't seen, yeah, I used to like Michelle Yeoh. He said too many olds. Oh well, no, I mean surround yourself with older people, you learn something. Surround yourself around older people and you'll learn something. Oh yeah, yeah, The Raid, that's a good movie. Y'all need to check out though. Maggie Q and Naked Weapon. No, I haven't seen that, man. Marcus, Naked Weapon. I'm thinking like, what is it good, Marcus, or is it a bad movie? Is it something to avoid? Scott Atkins. Yeah. I don't know. I have to save that. I have to save them so I know they'll check them out. See what I did, Robert Henry? I said 9 minutes, and what? It's been another 30 minutes again, right? Because I ain't getting up right now. I'm just looking at some fights as well. So, oh yeah, I talked to next Wednesday might have Chelsea Chandler on. Talk about her upcoming fight in May. Yeah, try to get her on. I ain't done no interview in a while. Who's the last person I interviewed? I think Brittany Cloudy. I ain't really talked to anybody in a while as far as interviews. I have her on early 30s. Nope. He said try DJ. Yeah, I'll have her on maybe Wednesday. Maybe I'll get her on live. See if she want to do a live talk at 7 on Wednesday. I'm gonna see if that works. or if not, I'll just interview and then put the interview out. Yeah, we'll try to get on at some point. Yeah, Chelsea little sister, she's pretty good. They both fight at 145. Robert said he can get the popcorn ready. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna see if she do it live, because then I could just bring her on live like this. Of course, she ain't gonna be in it for 4 hours, 3 hours like we doing now. But I'll have her on if she wants to get on at this time. Like I said, if not, I'll just record it, put it out. Yeah, because she's fighting Courtney King May 11th. So try to get an interview about a month in advance, while she's still training before it really gets into that hard, that last week of weight cutting and everything. As I said, did you watch Chinese movie Blade? I could get over the fact that main character sustained such injury. No, I didn't. What type of injury did he suffer in it? Did y'all know about that? What's that one movie? Was it Cyborg? Where I know, George, you heard about that. Like, there was that one movie. Was it Cyborg where I think Van Damme like permanently blinded somebody, like took his eye out? I can't remember. I think it was Cyborg. Like, Van Damme had poked somebody in the eye, or like blinded him for real, like took his whole eye out. Billy Blanks is another guy I like too. Billy Blanks. Yeah, Billy Blanks had some good movies in the 90s. Zom said missing an arm. Wow. It's called Blade? Hold on. Blade. Blade, this Chinese movie from 1995. The Blade. I heard of that movie, yeah. I think I was looking at a trailer for it once online. The Blade, yeah. I just could never find it because the name keeps clashing with Wesley Snipes' movie, Blade. Yeah, that always clashes with it. That's why I could never find like a copy of it. Missing the arm. Joyce, I don't know. I know he got that knot on his head from Double Impact. Okay, yeah. This guy, I can't remember. This guy blinded somebody. I gotta find the movie now. No, we're doing some movie trivia tonight. Hold on. Van Damme blinded this guy. Yeah, Van Damme loses an appeal in lawsuit by an injured actor. Yeah, it was filming. They were filming Cyborg, and it says Van Damme wanted his fight scenes to look as authentic and as realistic as possible, and that he had a reputation for engaging in excessive contact. And Jackson Pinckney, he was a Fort Bragg Army soldier. He was playing a villain in the movie. He was partially blinded in his left eye after Van Damme stabbed him with a rubber prop knife in 1988. So Pinckney was medically discharged from the Army. Okay, yeah. So it was Cyborg. Yeah. So dude was playing a villain in Cyborg, and he got stabbed in the eye with a rubber prop knife. I keep saying Valentine. I mean Van Damme. He wanted to make that thing authentic. Winds up stabbing him in his eye for real and blinds him. And he was awarded $487,000. I mean, does that cover enough? I mean, seemed like it should have been more. Not even $500,000. Robert Henry said Cyborg was a good Van Damme movie. Yeah, Cyborg 2 was Angelina Jolie's first movie and it sucked. I ain't even watched that. See, like, I could look at the cover in Blockbuster Video. See, I'm telling you my age again. I could see the cover in Blockbuster Video and I'd be like, okay, that's crap. Yeah, one of them straight to video movies. You know, you see some of them straight to video movies, you already know they ain't any good. The movie with Dolph Lundgren and Brandon Lee. Nah, I never seen it. Yeah, Brandon Lee, man, that was awful. Yeah, some of that stuff, man, like people be breaking ribs. Like, you know, Valentina broke Halle Berry's ribs. I mean, whenever the person wants it to be authentic, like Halle, you know, thought she was about that life in this Bruised movie, winds up getting the rib broke. I'm gonna be honest, man, I can't really watch that movie again, though, man. I mean, I was happy, you know, they did something for WMMA, but my high kind of came down off of it. It's not as entertaining. I mean, am I the only one? Well, I'm about to pull up this Combate card here in a minute and sit down and eat something. So I'm gonna get ready to jump off of here, y'all. It's been fun, but I gotta go. So, you know, shout out to everybody in the chat. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up as always. And I'll be back on several times to call some women's fights tomorrow. And I'll be on for the main card at 10. Yep. Good night. Good night, George. And Robert said Combo looked at the cover and saw that they only spent $2 on art. Said, well, yes, I did. Yeah, I'm not. I made a good choice not to watch that movie. Forget that. High Five said, could Charlotte Flair and Asuka be UFC stars? No chance. Charlotte Flair ain't built for that life. See, Ronda can go over to WWE, but she can't go over to the UFC. It wind up being worse than Paige Van Zandt. All right, y'all. MJ, later. Robert, Marcus, Stamina, George, High Five. I am out. Combo Breaker 99. Make sure y'all subscribe. Peace.